Transing of the show, chopping
I'm
penises off,
transitioning into my truest form.
Water wiener onto growing. You know, those things that
I know a water wiener.
you can grab.
AKA baby's first auto stroker or whatever. I don't know what sound you just tried to play.
Me either. I looked for the sound and I couldn't think of one.
What, every teenage kid, you never put your dick in a water wiggler
You said
before?
baby's first jack off. You said baby's first dick jack off machine.
Well, not baby. You know.
Vito.
Well, when you got one of those things, if you were the right age, you got one of those little water wobbly tubes.
Water wiener.
Yeah, water wiener. Yeah. And then you put your penis in it.
And then you found a baby?
No, you didn't find a baby.
Oh.
Johnny's first.
Why would you start the show off like that?
Well, you brought the water wiener. I don't know.
Okay.
Hey, they're transing the kids young now, so who cares? None of this matters.
You think they're going to take it back? You think when all the silent generations are dead and the boomers are dead and the millennials are 80 and living in Disney retirement hovels, shanty towns, you think they're still going to be transing each other? Shit.
Yeah, they'll all be trans.
Gamer Hoovervilles they'll have.
Why not?
Living in shipping containers, sleeping on top of each other for warmth, to mine bitcoins, trash coins, Bart coins. They're going to be mining Bart coins by sleeping with their dicks in each other's asses.
Man, I really don't want to think about what it's going to be like when we're old, because, like...
You better start thinking, buckaroo.
I don't want to.
You better start!
I know. It's not that far off.
Whoa! I hope those toys are mooning.
Going to the moon. No, it's all going down.
It's going down?
Yeah, that's why I've been buying those magic cards, because the prices are finally coming down. They're probably going to keep coming down.
Are you... I have a present, a very special present that I have to open.
Oh, okay.
But I got to wait till you're properly energized.
Is it a dress for when I fully trans myself as an old lady?
No.
When you just go.
It needs a high energy reception.
I think those are the trans people who are the most interesting, like the ones who at age 60 are time to go for it. And you're like, well, why though? Like, just because it sucks so much now, you're like, well, it can only get better for me, you know? It's something to do, I guess.
Is this part of your new Type 5 that you said you were working on?
Yeah, very Type 5.
What's
about
the deal
all
with
these
60s trans ladies?
Trans ladies. No, it's just like, I mean, like with Caitlyn Jenner, like...
Yeah.
But that almost makes more sense, because, like...
It's awesome.
Well,
then right away, she killed a guy in her car. Wham. That's my Type 5.
Well, she'd gotten as far as you can get, right? It's like, as the Kris Jenner... Yeah, or no, wait, what's
yeah, I'm going to start, like, when you beat Mario, you start over and it's harder. Or Zelda and whatever, they swap all the levels around. Like,
Bruce Jenner had reached the apex, was on, like, some reality shows, whatever. There was nowhere
married
else
to this bitch.
for Bruce Jenner to go.
Yeah, I get it.
I was like, well, might as well do the Caitlyn thing, because then at least, some new challenges.
The rest of them, I feel like they had some growing to do, some achievements that were
still left in the tank.
Yeah, that's a good point. Has anyone ever sat them down and talked to them like that? Flipped the
Said,
chair
like,
around?
hey, is there some guy stuff you want to do before you commit to the lady stuff forever?
But instead of flipping your chair around, you tuck your penis around. Well, let me just tuck my penis around. So you want to become a lady.
Yeah. I think I have a lot left to accomplish as a man on this earth. Although I already got the ID, so who knows?
Everything.
I think I'd be pretty good.
Everything left to accomplish.
I think if I went trans, do you think people would be surprised if I was got like the hormones and the breasts?
I think they would feel like they were getting duped into paying attention to you somehow.
See, that's
they would
the thing.
be annoyed.
I think everybody would know that it's like, oh, he's just like,
oh God,
I see the PR potential. Let's put it that way.
We watched Lady Ballers with the RTC guys. It's available. It was recorded in a way that I don't feel comfortable with posting to our Patreon. So I'll just put it that way.
I might post it on my Patreon.
Okay.
My Patreon sucks. Dick was like, let's not put it on our Patreon because
I said
it's
I
not
refuse,
recorded in the most
It's recorded with the track of the
ethical
movie,
way.
And that's not.
There's going to be a way for you guys to get it, I assume. If you know what?
Maybe the
I'm not
worst
movie
movie ever made.
Lady Ballers
made me happy that cancer exists.
It was surprisingly bad, again, because Ben Shapiro is Jewish, and I would have assumed he would have explained basic story structure to them.
He's like an accounting Jew, though. They split him very. They have very strong sexual Jewish dimorphism. Among men.
I'm definitely seeing that Ben Shapiro is an accounting Jew who wanted to be a storytelling Jew. But, you know, and he watched all the other storytelling Jews have fun.
So you can go the other way. You could be a storytelling Jew and become an accountant. It's like, where'd the money go, Bernie Madoff? Oh, man, you're never going to believe this. There I was walking down the street, Twin Towers, falling down. Jerry Seinfeld comes over. He's fucking a 17-year-old. I said, wow, whoa, oy vey. Like, man, fucking so much. Sounds like money's great. Thank you. But the
great Jewish storytellers,
going to the storytelling.
Bernie Madoff is at the top of that list.
Was he Jewish?
I don't know.
Come on.
But he was a great storyteller, and he was good at getting that money.
At a certain point, you do so much crime that it's respectable again. You're Italian. I'm Italian.
Thank you.
Come on. I'm bringing sand to the beach here.
Thank you.
I'm bringing fucking Capicola to
I became
the mafia over here.
Exactly. I became one of the storytelling Italians, which are not nearly as successful as the mobster ones.
When did you become a storytelling Italian?
Well, once I launched my hit comic book Super Killer.
Let's get a counter. Let's get a counter. How long does it take for the first Super Killer plug?
Shut up.
12 minutes. That was 12 minutes and 43 seconds. Oh, man. Do you want this present? I was about to. Now you seem energized.
All right, sure.
I've been putting this off for a while. So what do you know what? I'll do the theme first.
Is it like a fun present?
I'll do the theme first.
Okay,
I'm
we'll
doing
do
the theme first. I'm doing the theme first.
I'm very excited for my present.
No, it's not for you. It's a present for the show.
Biggest problem in the universe.
Welcome to the biggest problem in the universe. The only show that ranks every problem in the universe, from leaky pipes to Pokemon swipes. Yeah! I'm your host, Sick Masterson. Joining me as always is Vito Links.
Hi, Dick.
What's up, man? How you doing? How you been?
I think I'm okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah. So I'm back on a regular sleep schedule.
Hit me with the hot stuff. This is my favorite. Tell me about how you're sleeping. What kind of dreams you've had lately?
Well, I've had a lot of dreams.
Oh, baby.
Because in order to go to bed at a normal time, I have to take a bunch of sleeping pills.
I had to jack off 50 times. You took sleeping pills?
Yeah.
So you're going to be tweeting some racist stuff.
No, I took I took sleeping pills last night. I haven't taken them now. But,
no one accused you of that yet.
I know. I don't tweet racist things. I did
appear
appear on the Lol Cow podcast, and I got a great discussion going, and Keem cut it off. Did you listen to that?
I listened to Ralph come on and basically body. Ralph was like the Nishimaru coming in, slaughtering whales.
Yeah, he was really going hard at Wings of Redemption.
I've never seen two fat men get bodied that hard. Ralph came in, he came in for 1v1, and Boogie comes over and he's like, poof, poof, like the Matrix, poof, 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 you know, in that move. Poof, except all the Agent Smiths are just fat pigs. Poof, 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 poof.
It was
one fucking a 20-year-old, and the other one's thinking about fucking 12-year-olds.
Well, there's some questionable things in both of those men's pasts, I suppose.
Man, Wings has got to practice that I'm not a pedophile speech. I've never watched child porn shit. Dragging Kyle from PK into it is not the move. That's not.
Wait, was he throwing Kyle under the bus?
Yeah, Ralph said, so did you watch child porn or what? And Wings says, well, you know, I was watching a video that Kyle from PKA sent to me, and Ralph's like, I'd like to have a word with Kyle, then. This is the Wings. This is the answer. No.
Yeah, I can't.
I never watched that shit.
I have not.
I never watched that shit. I don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
If I said something, it was just crazy shit I was saying to be funny because I'm not funny, and I panic and then say, you know.
The only child pornography I watch is, of course, licensed by Netflix, which makes it okay.
Wrong answer.
I've never seen that stupid movie.
Did you see Epic LLC say that they banned Kiwi Farms because they
for having child porn?
Yeah,
Kiwi Farms had underage child sexual abuse imagery.
That's what Epic says. Oof.
I mean, that's their domain register. I mean, that's an official source.
They've said they found it. I don't know.
I know would be hosting such
I don't want to see the evidence. Look, you got evidence. I mean, that's between you and
God.
I'm not
weird.
interested.
Then they start posting like censored evidence. I'm like, I don't even think you could show the censored evidence, Epic. I don't want to see that.
No, you can see it. I seen that on Maury Povich, I think, when I was a kid. Yeah. They're like, look at this shit. Oh, I can't see it. Let me get in there.
How does that work? You can't have that.
Because no one cares about any people at all. It's just about selling.
Point I was going to make is I was on the Lol Cow podcast, and I got Boogie talking about his experience growing up in an African-American community, and then Keem cut it off because he was worried. Because Boogie was like, I do have a lot of insights on what African Americans were doing during the 90s, which was the time I was growing up there. And I said, really? What kind of foods were they eating? And Boogie went, well, actually, the interesting thing about that, and then Keem cut it. And I'm like, oh, come on. I got Boogie talking about African American cuisine.
Show's fucking terrible. The only way those guys are funny is if somebody is fucking with them.
Comes and fucks with them. Yeah.
That's it. Otherwise, just quit. They're
terrible. I don't. It's one of those ideas that you have in theory. Like, what if we got the two biggest losers on? But the thing is, like, what they don't understand is all these shows, like, you watch, 600-pound fat guy can't lose the weight?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, that works.
Dr. No.
Because you have Dr. No.
Yeah, he comes in there, and he's a doctor. It's like,
right.
Oh, man, he can say whatever he wants. And the fat people have to go to him to get their fat all scooped out. So he's like, he's uncancelable. He can say anything.
So, like, the fat, pathetic guys aren't necessarily entertaining on their own. You would think maybe they are because they supposedly are entertainers. But no, you need, like, somebody to corral them.
But they want to be liked so badly that they never say anything interesting. That's what makes them lolcows, because they're just, both of them are complete pieces of shit. Like, they're like, everyone is kind of a piece of shit, but they're worse.
Well, the other problem is that the audience has beaten them up so much that now they're, like, terrified to let loose. Like, you guys ruined these lolcows, right?
No. I disagree with you on that one.
You think so? I think that you give them so much shit that eventually they're like, well, then I'm just not going to say anything controversial. I'm like, no, keep saying controversial. You have to treat it like the Whack Pack on Howard Stern, where you know they're retarded, but you don't let them know that you know they're retarded. Or you're like, yeah, no, it is totally normal to talk about black people. You have to convince them that everything they're saying and doing is totally normal, and you
just call them a pedophile over and over again. We all look. It's like UFC with Brazilian jiu-jitsu, okay? They found the perfect martial art, and they just hit it over and over. We found the perfect blood sports argument. You just call them a pedophile and scream at them that they're a pedophile over and over until they lose their minds.
Well, I saw that Wings of Redemption is now threatening to quit the show because of Ralph.
Yes! Keep it up! Pedophile! More! Bring me pictures of pedophiles!
I disavow this behavior. This is not the kind of entertainment we need. Look, I don't know what's going to happen with the Lolcow podcast.
Boogie went on Max's live Q&A, and he didn't even do anything good that would get him attention. All he had to do was call in and say, "You're fucking up, Maddox." Everyone thinks he's fucking up, but Boogie chose to call in and kiss Maddox's ass like a total fucking pussy.
Well,
blown opportunity, Boogie. Blown opportunity, you fat. Next time you talk to Maddox.
Hold on.
What?
Well, he didn't even know what was going on. That's the problem.
Everybody knows what's going on.
He's not paying attention to Maddox. No one is. That's the other problem. Is Maddox goes, "Oh, did you see my big documentary I put out on Dick Master?" And it's like, no one's watching that shit. I don't blame Boogie for not watching that shit. It's exhausting.
His daughter is, or whatever that he's living with.
Boogie's child
daughter.
bride.
Yeah,
she's watching it. I think that. Look, I think Boogie knows that what Maddox is doing is silly.
All-Star Raps. This is the present. I'm opening the present up front.
Wow! These are for my car, because we're going to wrap my car in anime ladies, right?
Yes.
Oh, man. I can do
if it doesn't fit, rip the padding out. This is All-Star Wraps. He's got OJ's car for some reason on his business card. I don't know.
These are nice color schemes here. We got the red and white.
And this is the present, Vito. This is an honor.
What the fuck? No way! What? Wait, did he fucking make that? Holy shit! Dude, that's Ricky Ritardo's helmet.
Oh, it's Ricky Ritardo's helmet.
Oh my, it's
Yeah, Jackie Brown a copy of Alpacore, did you?
Wow.
It's getting pretty big reviews, I hear.
Hey, well, we did have
Ethan Van Sciver's reviewing it pretty highly. He said everyone looked equally bad. Ethan Van Sciver said everyone in this book looks horrible, okay?
Yeah.
That means me and all the not-retarded people as well, so I think that's a pretty big win for me and my people.
I think you did pretty good,
I'm the
Ricky.
first retarded black guy I think in comics, don't you? Except for Beetlejuice, but they never made a comic out of Beetlejuice.
You're the first.
Look, it's an airman. Describe what it is to people, Vito.
It is, well, I mean, if you've seen Ricky Ritardo, it is an airman's helmet with the goggles built in.
Because walking for me is the same as flying for you. So I wear an airman helmet all the time. They give me
so you don't fall down,
That's
right.
Number one, don't fall down. Number two, always know that I'm upright because I sometimes get confused.
And, of course, it's a military helmet with no sort of cool insignia or anything because Alpha Core. has no branding other
it's
than
Alpha
green.
Core. Say it right. Don't say it like it's not corpse. Like you're saying.
Oh,
it's
you're right.
core.
Alpha Core.
You got to really empathize the O and the R and the E.
What is it?
And the total misspelling. You got to empathize.
I do have. What is
you
on
gotta empathize, I said. You gotta empathize the O, the R, and the E.
Wow.
Does the bit still work when it's not a picture?
I mean,
This is brought to you by All Star Raps. This bit is brought to you by All Star Raps. It's gonna wrap
it's not a
Vito's.
bit. This is Rick Retardo is really
car.
here. You're gonna wrap Vito's car. I
So
want an
anyway,
Alpha
did
Core
you see in
car.
my comic that I kicked a water pipe and a water pipe sticking out of the ground, not a fire extinguisher, but a water pipe sticking out of the ground, and it shot a bunch of water all over the flame. A flamer.
He took out a flamer.
Only steers and firemen come from Texas, Vito.
I think when Eric July started planning out his comic series, at no point did he envision that someone was going to then go and make it a helmet.
He shouldn't have been calling people the N-word who can't call him back then. That's a big fucking mistake.
I just picture Eric July seeing this and going, God fucking damn it, it's never going to fucking end, is it?
It could be worse. I could have drawn the Yellow Flashes comic and be living in a trailer behind my house because he won't pay me money up front for doing it.
All I had to do was like shut his fucking mouth. And instead, we have Ricky Ricardo in real life.
What do you mean,
Eric?
in real
This
life?
is why you don't fuck with comedians.
Well,
this is why you don't threaten to sue comedians. Because I don't know what's gonna happen next.
I know. You think I know? Don't look at me. You think anything could happen? A big helicraft carrier could come falling out of the sky next.
Oh, well.
What did you think about? Did you read Alpha Core? Because I just watched
did.
Ethan Van Sciver do a review of it.
Right.
And Superman with the fade cut, a weird Proud Boy Superman haircut that he had. He crashed the helipad ship because he plugged child pornography into the computer? Is that what happened?
Hold on, Ricky.
Superman, Texas Superman plugged child pornography
I don't know
into the
what
computer?
I don't know what was on that USB stick.
Well, what else would crash a helicopter ship? Child pornography.
I cannot claim definitively that Alpha Core is in the possession of child pornography, but there was a USB stick.
Well, they're cops, so it's fine. The FBI
Well,
has tons
that's
of
true.
child pornography. I love the FBI, by the way.
Do you?
Just as an apropos.
Wow.
I love cops. I'm maybe not as much as Chuck Dixon loves cops, but I do love cops. And the FBI are like super cops.
Yeah, the Alpha Core, it's a very pro-cop book. You, of course,
Here's
are
how
a
I rank
super
women,
cop.
black women, and cops. That's the most respect that I have for things.
Wow. You
yeah,
really
what
have
do you
a
mean,
respect.
Wow, that is great. Thank you.
Well, Ricky, it's good. I mean, you as a police officer, as a super-powered police officer.
Are retarded people allowed to drink? I've never actually...
You're gonna have that. You're gonna have to talk.
I do want to drink a beer, but I'm wondering before I ever drink a beer, retarded people are allowed to drink.
Ricky, you're not in Floor Spark anymore. I think that if you have one drink, it'll probably be okay.
You come back to 2 weeks ago. I'll have a drink. And maybe I'll be here when you get back, you know?
Well, it's so great that we have... This is the only official Ricky Retardo helmet. No one else has this.
This official Ricky Retardo helmet. There's all kinds of stuff happening on the screen, too. Identifying weight.
Hey, turn off the weight sensor. Stop it.
I can't turn it off.
We don't do that on this show. Unless people pay.
I gotta go try to get all the child pornography out of our
All right,
carrier.
Ricky. Come on. Ricky Retardo, everybody. Let's give him a hand. Thanks for coming by.
Oh.
Dick, you missed Ricky. He was just here.
Oh, shit, it goes down and up.
I was going to ask
You mean that fucking idiot in the comic can make it go up at any time?
Yeah. Well, he doesn't like bright...
No, only when it's funny.
Dick, Ricky does not like bright lights, okay?
Oh, God.
Has to be in dim environments. And loud noises startle him easily. That's why he always brings his trusty train set to the crime scene in case he needs something to refocus his detective energies.
Okay.
Have
I played the theme song yet?
Yeah, we did the theme song. Ricky, you went to a whole different fucking land. Well, welcome back.
Ignoring driving signals.
Hey, I won.
Wow, what a nice guy who sent that to us. All-Star Raps.
You can raps, guys.
He'll wrap your car in anything. The dirtier, the better. Dylan.
I wanted to see, does he have a website?
The grocer, the
allstar-wraps.com.
You want to wrap your truck in
Sacramento
like
area.
missing kids posters from Israel, like hostage posters, he'll do it.
It's not a bad idea.
Or you want to wrap your truck in somebody ripping down one of those posters, he'll do it. Dirty stuff.
We got to make
dirty stuff.
We got to make the biggest problem mobile. Like in my treatment. That was another thing we took out of that.
Your white van?
My white van.
Funny. That's funny.
That is funny.
Leave it at that, though.
Well, it has to be a white van with, like, our logo on it.
You see?
What
you see how you ruin it?
Ghostbusters has the Ghostbusters logo on their thing.
The joke is that it's a hearse. That they're trying to... Ours is that it's a fucking child predator van with no logos. That's the joke. It's not... If you put a logo on the white van, it's no longer a white van. It's just a van.
Oh, you could put a logo on the white van and it's still funny. And it again, it's part of the show.
I squeeze my pet and I massage it.
All right.
I killed the sale.
All right.
Ignoring driving signals, number
Callahan Auto Parts. That's what I was looking for. Great movie.
Home repair. Derivative dummies. Sorry, it was supposed to be doofuses. I messed that up.
You did mess it up. That's why I got driven down in the votes.
So
and last place.
Oh yeah, fast food grease, face grease. Fast food face. Come on.
You didn't even do the problem.
Who cared at that point? That was over.
He just
that
said it.
episode
Then he said,
sucked.
That episode. All right, look. There were some comments that said that episode was great until Dick started saying this episode sucks.
They're gaslighting you.
No, they love me. They're like, Vito was giving it all, and his problems were great.
I'm not saying that. I'm not blaming it on you. I'm just saying the problems weren't good, and you could tell.
I think the problems were good. I think it was great. It was a great show. Great episode.
Well, the super chats were lousy. Everyone listening, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It's the little button down there that has a dollar sign on it. Click that. Don't be shy of that button.
That's what keeps the show rolling.
If you're in another country, that means money.
That's what will enable us to buy the rest of the Alpha Core Ensemble, because I think I got a bit of a Brian Solari in me.
Is that the Proud Boy Superman?
That's the Proud Boy Superman. I'm going to be him for Halloween. That's life to be a cop in solve crime.
And what's Ricky Ricardo's real name?
Tony
Braxton?
No, Braxton.
Tony Braxton, I heard.
I don't think he has a first name.
Tony Braxton.
Tony Braxton.
All right. This is Corrigan says if kids keep circling Pokemon body parts on Twitter, Vito might have a heart attack.
That's what they've been doing. This Power World thing is bigger than you know, Dick.
Well, that's part of what pissed me off after the show. I went and looked it up.
That I didn't explain it good enough?
Yeah, because you're talking about like a tweet.
Okay.
It's like, this is the biggest selling game of all time.
Yeah.
And it's so obviously ripped off.
Yeah.
Of Pokemon.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm playing it right now, and I'm like, oh, hey, that's Eevee. Although some of them, like...
Can you fuck them?
No, you can't. But you can butcher...
Not all of them. Don't be gross.
You can't fuck any of them, but you can butcher them.
How is that
I haven't done that yet. I don't know, but you can just kill them.
You can butcher a Gardevoir?
Yeah, you can just cut it up for meat. Yeah, I don't want to do it. I haven't done it yet. I don't want to see what the animation is, but it's supposed to be like a more like, it's like, what if Pokemon were animals? It's like you'd kill and eat some.
Well, then they would just be animals.
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
Yeah, but these ones can fly and they have magic powers, and I can make them work my farm. I've got them smelting ore right now.
You got a lot of Mankeys that you're...
Got a lot of sheep.
Sheep?
The sheep Pokemon. I got this little grass one that cuts wood.
Oddish, eat that motherfucker.
If you guys want, I stream myself playing the first 2 hours of the game. You can find that at youtube.com/Vito.
Oh.
And I will probably stream more of the game because it's got a good, it's one of those games where as you're playing it, you go, this was almost a problem I brought in, but just like when you know that you're being preyed upon, but you're just like, yeah, but what else are you going to do?
What?
Well, like, the gameplay loop is just so obvious where it's like, oh, well, now you've unlocked the ability to cut down more trees. And now because you can cut, it's like Cookie Clicker. You ever play Cookie Clicker?
No.
Cookie Clicker is a game where you click on a cookie, and every time you click the cookie, you get 1 cookie. And then when you have 10 cookies, you can open a cookie store, and that makes 5 cookies a second. So then you start clicking, and it's like, now you can open a cookie factory. And then you keep clicking. It's like, well, now you have a cookie galaxy. And the game just takes it to the bitter end where eventually you're spawning like dark eldritch cookie beasts that can generate cookies. Yeah, like generate cookies out of blood from sucking dry the grandma production line. It's just like you are now
make
making
it cool the way you say it.
No, but I'm just it's genuinely addicting where you're like, shit, I got to get like 200 trillion more cookies so I can unlock another one of those alien fuckers. Like
you play this at work? Is that?
It's like one of these things you just leave it running in a browser because it'll just generate cookies infinitely.
Is it like a Bitcoin miner? Is it like malware or something?
No, it's just like this stupid thing this guy made to be like, hey, aren't modern games retarded? And then you went, yeah.
And then
this is
everyone
stupid.
plays it.
I can't believe I'm
like
doing
Monopoly.
this. Yeah, exactly. And that's what Pal World is. It's the same shit.
But it's a total ripoff. They're totally going to get sued.
I think there is a very good chance they're going to get sued. There's some stuff they're doing where I'm like, well,
like the models are just copied, right?
The models aren't directly. I don't know. That's like kind of up in the air. Some people are saying they ripped models out of the game and just changed the colors.
Yeah.
I don't know. That would be easier to prove if that was true.
Really?
Yeah.
But like, think of the 12 dumbest people you can imagine. You got to explain it to them.
It's possible some like rogue programmer did that to save some time or whatever, some rogue modeler.
Oh, yeah.
But
like YouTube had no idea they were hosting pirated content when Google bought them, right?
Sure, exactly. There are some of the pals, as they're called, that are a bit on the edge.
You know what's funny is I don't think if they had even called it something else, so it wasn't so obviously Pokemon, it wouldn't be a success. Like they have called it like
The Adventure of
like
Fantasia Island 9000.
Yeah, Fantasia Island.
Pal World is not Pokemon. That's two different things.
But it's so like blatantly
uncreative
that it's like, oh, it's Pokemon, right? Like it leaves this giant hole in your mind to fill in the Pokemon part.
The monsters that like you could be like, that's the head
like
of that Pokemon. That's where you're gonna get in trouble. The one that looks like Eevee is a big problem. I'm like, that's just Eevee. But the other ones, though, it's like, you can't own Pokemon has a little penguin creature, but the other things have penguin creatures, and they all look the fucking same.
Like that little thing that goes like, wah, 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 and then the penguins go, shh.
Well, there's like,
Josie's penguin toy, right?
There's too many parts when I'm playing the game when I like catch a thing, and I go, oh, that's Psyduck. I go, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those guys are going to jail. Those devs are going to jail.
Or maybe not. Like, I don't actually know. Maybe they're covered, though. Like, because, like, what is protected traits of those? You have to...
I love when people who are not lawyers
No,
talk
I know.
about...
Look, I'm going to say what I understand of copyright law. Like, there's going to be a lawsuit.
Zero.
But they're not going to lose it. If anything, it would be a thing. I think they should just change some of the designs. That's it. It's a little late to change the designs because you already made the $70 million, but
give us some of that $70 million.
Maybe give Pokemon a little something.
Okay, we got
or just make a licensing agreement. Why not? Why not?
They got guns. They're butchering Gardevoir for meat.
Right. They're not going to put
it's not
Pokemon
fucking
in
happening. Mikkel Shit says,
version.
Huge win for Vito at the end of the episode. I thought he was going to be 320 pounds at least or worse.
Guys, I don't gain weight that fucking quick. Jesus Christ.
I bet you could. We should go the other way.
I mean,
if you gain 100
if you
pounds,
asked me to gain weight, I could gain 100 pounds in a month. I guarantee it.
Oh,
we're not doing that.
Now that's how much would it cost?
The
you
only
to
way
gain
we're doing
100
that is
pounds?
that at the end of it, you guys pay for my gastric bypass to take it all back off.
Of course we would do that. No problem.
That would be sight.
We'll
No,
get
you're
it
not
sponsored
do
by
that.
Dr. No.
I'm pretty sure Dr. No would be like, no, I'm not letting you let this fan gain 100
He doesn't
pounds.
care. He gets off on all those people die that go in there to
They
get
don't
gastric
all
bypass.
die.
Pretty much most of them die. He loves it. He's like Dr. Menengala or Mengele, whatever that guy's name was.
Yeah, is he still
The
doing
Nazi.
episodes of that show? Dr. Scholl is who you're talking about.
He's going to be doing that until he's in the ground,
Yeah.
insulting fat people.
It's his,
He'll be in hospice.
he found his calling
Bring
in
that
life.
fucking fat nurse in here. Oh, that one, yeah. Which one, Doc? You know the one.
The one
Don't
I can
be
yell
fucking
at.
Stupid.
All right.
Hedgepig says some people who are worried about their health get standing desks, but not Vito. He gets a laying desk to stream on.
It's still good for your health
Excuse me?
to be in a relaxed position. It's good for your back.
How?
Because
Muscle atrophy is good for your back?
no, but sitting in an office chair like fucks up your back if you have bad
Well, they
posture.
get a standing desk.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Well, you get a laying down.
I got a laying down desk, yeah. Although I'm sad because my monitor won't tilt all the way back, so I can't,
So you're straining your body.
No, I have to I have like a pillow, like one of those.
What a stupid question.
Although now with remote desktop, I'm like, oh shit, I could do work in bed. All right.
Oh.
I can stream my desktop.
How would you even know where the work began and the
laying
in your own crapulence?
Mostly, I've just been using it to watch pornography.
Slickford says home repair should be at the top of the list, voted all the way up. Well, people don't agree with you, Slickford.
People don't own homes.
Warp says we should start a betting pool on which ISOM issue will be the final one before Eric loses all his money. I'm betting issue number 5 of ISOM. Oops.
It's one of these things where, like, if he just stops spending the money, he could do this forever.
Yeah.
But he can't.
Yeah, why?
Because he's insane.
Gotta show off.
Well, I'm
hiring Chuck.
Look, I understand Eric July's mindset. His mindset is go big or go home. The only way I get... I'm not going to get the TV show and the animated series and the movie if I slow roll it and build up a character organically.
What it is.
I have to catch people off guard with a blast of success so hot and heavy that the Daily Wire can't help but invest their Lady Ballers money right back into it.
It's BBC marketing.
Which was a good plan until he fucked with us and screwed it all up.
Yeah.
He could have like, man, I don't know. We'll see.
He could have fucked with me forever. I think fucking with Nick Rekieta and Ethan Van Sciver was a bad move. Threatening Ethan Van Sciver that if Ethan Van Sciver doesn't like disavow me, which I don't even know what that means, or else Eric's gonna like let people talk trash about him. Like,
here's what people don't understand about.
Don't threaten someone from New Jersey like that.
Here's what people don't understand about this situation. Okay, so the situation was.
Yeah.
Ethan Van Sciver, who is a smart guy, read ISOM, and he went, well, this kind of sucks. Like, he knew it wasn't good. But he also knew he wasn't really in a position to, like, say it sucks because it's not his role.
Well, what's the point? Why say anything sucks? It doesn't help you, right?
Right. Well, he's just another comic.
It's Hollywood. Like, hey, I read it. Good job.
That's the I have no problem with people doing that. I've already said, like, it's totally fine for Eric's friends to go, well, we just support him and we want him to succeed. Just don't go out and lie and say, oh, also it's the greatest comic ever made. Okay, well, now you're fucking around. Just say you like him and you want him to succeed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then when you reviewed it and brought up all the shit that Ethan saw, he's like, yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I know that's a problem. Yeah. And then he's like, well, I hope Ethan hears some. He's like, I hope, what do you call it? I hope Eric hears some of this and listens to it. And Eric goes, everything he said was wrong and my comic is perfect.
And that was all about marketing.
That was the moment I think Ethan Van Sciver went, okay, well, I gotta say something. And he basically all he said was he's like, well, Eric, I know that Dix, has said mean things, he's been rude or whatever else, but
that was before I even started. I didn't have a retarded helmet that I was wearing.
This is way before time.
I wasn't playing the Shaft theme song over your clips, right?
That's what Eric doesn't understand is Ethan was genuinely trying to help by being like, hey, some of that shit Dick said, like, actually pay attention to it and it will make your next comic better. And all Eric heard was, why are you giving my enemies ammunition? You need to get in line, blah, blah, blah. That was the scenario.
You need to get back on the plantation, Ethan Van Sciver. You need to get back on the Riververse plantation, son. Over here with Chuck Dixon.
Ethan was genuinely trying to help him by being like... It was a little bit of tough love of being like...
And Yellow Flash is like, that's right, Mr. Candy. That's right, Mr. Riververse. Oh, yeah. The Riververse is the biggest plantation in comics. I'm Yellow Flash.
Look, you can use whatever metaphor you want.
Nothing. I don't pay my... Right, Mr. Riververse? Yeah, that's how we do it at the Riververse. We don't pay artists nothing. Working for us is a privilege. He's yelling at his artist.
I don't know if we need a plantation metaphor to get this across.
It's just a metaphor. It's just a metaphor.
It's any kind of metaphor.
It's a common metaphor that people use.
Yeah, all the time.
It's not a big deal.
Every day, people are going, like on the plantation.
They say, get back on the plantation, Ethan Van Sciver. Whoopsha!
Right.
Get back on it, y'all.
The point is that Ethan was genuinely just trying to wake Eric up and be like, bro, you got to listen to some of these critics because, I don't want to be the one to give you the tough love, but you got some problems here. Eric saw it as a betrayal. And that's how we ended up where we are.
I was gonna say,
Same with Nick Rekieta, where Nick Rekieta was trying to give him legitimate legal advice, like shut the fuck up. And he's like, "Why do you hate me? Why do you want my employees to die at the hands of Riley?"
No, but listen,
he's like, "That's not what it is, man. I just think you need to stop."
Eric said that I want him. bankrupt and dead.
Yeah.
Or dead and bankrupt.
Yeah, he says these people want me dead. I don't know what that's about.
And bankrupt. But he's got it backwards.
Right, he's got to
I
go
want him
bankrupt
bankrupt and dead.
There you go.
I was gonna be Eric and call Ethan Van Sciver an inker, but in that accent, like as a slur. But then I realized right before I did it that that's too close.
Not gonna play on
and it
YouTube.
would be funny, but it's too close.
He's just an inker.
Good lad.
I know. We got it.
Know.
All right. Somebody can dub it in later.
No. But get it?
I got it. I got there. That's actually a pretty good joke. Yeah, I guess it's funny that both Ethan and Nick Ricciardo were trying to help this man, and his reaction is to go scorched earth and disavow them and call them busta ass honkies.
See, he could again. We're back to the original problem. He could say the N-word all day, and I can't even say inker in a funny, silly way.
Yeah, well. It's one of those things you just gotta.
Dick Waggles says,
accept.
glad to hear Vito is building his new 5 minutes. He's done his current 5 minutes at the last 3 live shows.
Is that true? I did have 2 live shows.
That Truman Show, man. That Truman Show joke, every time you tell it.
I did the Truman Show joke because it was a callback to the show where you ripped on my Truman Show bit.
Okay.
Not everybody watched the live, whatever. I got some good jokes. I ran it by Josh Denny. You know what he said? He said, you got a good premise. And I went, well, that joke must suck then.
Same thing, yeah. Everybody.
I said, what do you think of this joke? He goes, good premise. It's got a solid premise. And I went, fuck, it's shit.
Rip joke.
yeah, R.I.P. joke. I went, all right, that's the comedian way of saying send it back to the fucking slaughterhouse. Dick, I got a fun segment I love.
Back to the slaughterhouse.
Yeah, wherever. You took it off
slaughter
the farm.
It again?
I've been playing Pal World. We got to kill all these.
Back to the miners.
Back to the miners. That's a good one. Gonna try it out. Whatever. I got a segment I call Vote It Up.
Yeah. All right.
How's this 4 minutes long?
Antagonist sent it in.
Are you sure this is a Vote It Up? No, this is Biggest Problem in the Universe song. This is probably like an opening theme.
You think this is an opening theme?
Oh, wait, maybe not. Did he do a 4 minute? What's that song?
Discovery Channel. I want to fuck you.
Yeah.
Like okay. Discovery Channel. I want to fuck you like a Pokemon.
He did a 4 minute version.
Okay, it's not voted up.
Not voted
it's just
up.
a song.
Well, save it for later.
Okay, well, there you go.
Whatever, it's voted up. This is a segment where we revisit problems past and future. Put them in a new light, Dick. You're not still searching for a song, are you?
No, I quit.
Good. Dick, do you remember the problem of Epstein blue balls from episode 47?
That naming, that name needs some work.
No, that name is perfect.
Did he ever fuck kids, or did he just like blackmail people?
No, he fucked kids.
Really? Do we know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think, yeah.
No one's asking the obvious question. They're so worried about
how
many kids Bill Clinton fucked.
I've heard the girls say they had to fuck the prince, so I assume they also had to fuck Epstein.
But why? What if he's not a pedophile? What if he's just the greatest Mossad agent in history?
Well, it would have been a good get. Look.
Just kidding.
The point of Epstein blue balls is the problem that of all the Epstein hubbub, nothing comes of it. And we have more than proven that now, as it's been 2 weeks since newly published legal documents linked to the pedophile Jeffrey Epstein named more than 100 associates of the disgraced financier. Well, there you go. And it came out. And doesn't matter, and nothing changes.
Oh, man.
The disclosure of this first batch of court files includes the name of victims, friends, and associates of the sex offender and his cohort, Ghislaine Maxwell, this financier who socialized
That's a bottom bitch, right?
Royalty
That's
and
the one you got to get.
What,
She's
the
massaging
lady?
his feet and stuff.
I don't
Then
know.
you look at like Mark Zuckerberg, and his wife looks like she got hit by a truck, right?
Is Zuckerberg's life just like a normal-looking Asian lady?
I mean, I don't know what you're saying, Rita.
Yeah, but the problem is if you get like a hot wife, she has like a lot of self-esteem, and then she just takes your billions of dollars. Like wasn't Jeff Bezos' wife like kind of good looking?
No. Lauren Metcalf is the new one is hot.
Okay.
Now he's like going to He's like going to Burning Man and stuff. I don't know.
Trump's stuck with what's her name, Melania.
Super hot.
Yeah, but
she's like 60 years old.
Yeah,
She's
but they're
fucking
not
hot as shit.
They're not fucking anymore. She doesn't even talk to him.
What the fuck are you talking about? He doesn't even jack off. Why do you guys have this weird fantasy that they're not like having sex?
Cause she like anytime they're at like on like a stage or something, will, like put his hand around her and she goes no, and like knocks it away or
Are
some
you
shit.
fucking serious?
I don't think they're fucking.
You are like you're like Dom Luker but for liberals.
What is she?
What
Russian?
do you want her to do? Blow him on that? That would be awesome. Inauguration stand.
I don't know, man. I want her to smile and like.
Why?
Give him a kiss on the cheek or something.
No. That's very inappropriate.
Right.
That would be very inappropriate.
Point is, Dick, I have the list, or a small portion of the list of names which have come out.
Boogie, number one.
Boogie, Wings of Redemption, of course.
And then Wings of Redemption again.
Wings of Redemption as well.
Did you see Ralph said maybe Wings of Redemption likes aliens so much because he thinks the age of consent is 12 in outer space?
I did hear him say that. Look, I cannot confirm or
like
deny.
Neo, but fat Neo.
Yeah.
Wop, wop, pop, pop. You know that scene? Pop, pop, like he was doing them both. Pop, 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 right?
Sure, it's just like The Matrix, but with pedophiles. On that list, of course, of names
Ralph,
that came out. Not Ralph, no, never. Prince Andrew, Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, Hillary
fuck off.
Can I read the list? Hillary Clinton, David Copperfield. That's kind of fun. Does a little bit of magic on the plane. Alan Dershowitz. Here's one you might not have known. Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, fuck off.
What? Al Gore?
This is like a pedophile list?
Well, you don't know. It's just they may have gone to the island. You know, some people may have went just to discuss business deals.
Where's all the child porn from his apartment that the FBI took?
Well, that is the Epstein blue balls. Is that all we have is names like Kevin Spacey.
That one I agree with.
Stephen Hawking. That one you're okay with? What about Michael Jackson?
No, he was innocent.
He was innocent.
He's always innocent.
All right. Stephen Hawking. And then perhaps the most horrible name, the one you would never want to see from a galaxy far, far away.
Audrey Plaza. Did she get enough attention this week?
George Lucas was apparently one of his Epstein's cohorts.
But they're just flying around in his jet?
He might have just wanted funding for Red Wings or something, you know? Great movie. Look,
you put some kids in it?
Put some kids in there.
I mean, I get like Epstein did some financing too, though, right? Like he actually had
was
to
a
do
legit
some
business guy. It wasn't all child sex on the child sex island.
Yeah,
I assume occasionally they would break and I don't know.
You got to take a break and drink some Gatorade every once in a while.
Him and George Lucas just come out of the room, shirtless, high five.
You got a little boy dressed like Yoda.
Girl comes out, a 14-year-old girl comes out in an R2-D2 helmet. He's like, beep boop, get the fuck back in there. Yes, okay. Sorry, we're droid playing.
14?
Well, that's how
That's
old they
not
were.
a pedophile.
That's how old they were
Just
typically.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
He's an ahibophile, right?
I don't know what that is.
On the topic of Donald Trump, here's a problem you brought in.
I can't believe you thought that whole Melania Trump and Donald Trump are not having sex hoax that the media always plugs.
I don't know, man. Why? I mean, then why is he paying Stormy Daniels for sex?
To fuck a hot porn star.
Yeah, but he can just fuck.
He can just fuck the one he already has.
Isn't he a man of God, according to you people? He's
no, we don't give a shit about that.
Well, some of you do.
We don't. None of them do either. They're all jacking off to Stormy Daniels too.
Well, as long as we're talking about Donald Trump and the problem of kangaroo courts, a jury has just said that Donald Trump must pay $83.3 million in damages, an eye-popping sum that marks the sharpest legal setback for the former president, who is now entangled in multiple criminal and civil cases. This, of course, was awarded to E. Jean Carroll in regards to Trump's defamatory statements disparaging her and denying her rape allegations and denying her truth.
You support this?
Well, I mean, you can't disparage a woman after you rape her, Dick. That's just
what's the rape for then? You telling me I go through all that work to rape this chick? I can't
talk
fucking
shit about her afterwards. No.
I can't even deny it.
The rules of rape is that it's a gentleman's rape. You should be very gentlemanly.
So you do support it?
Speak
you
only
support this verdict?
The rape? No.
Obviously, there was no rape. Have you listened to her talk? It's like she's drinking Xanax and took a pill of wine.
Well, I'm going to reserve judgment on.
Are you fucking serious? You have so much liberal brain rot that you can't even see this one is like just total nonsense.
I didn't research the case much. I just brought in the summary of the judgment. It's for you to decide. What, I gotta have an opinion on every single thing that happens to Trump?
What is your opinion?
My opinion is I would have to listen to her testimony.
What is your opinion? Like, what do you think happened?
I think that I do think these judgments are sometimes insane. I don't think.
What do you think happened between them, between Trump and this lady?
I don't know.
Oh, you fucking liar! You're couching your bets because you know people are gonna make fun of you.
I don't think it was like it's not like one of these knock you in the head with a baseball bat rapes.
What do you think happened?
It's probably one of those, she's probably accusing him of one of those
Me too.
uncomfortable Weinstein situations, right?
Which is what? How guilty do you think he is? On a scale of, let's say, me to...
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to be so mean as to compare him to you. Put him on that scale.
How guilty do you think he is? As a percent, 1 out of 100.
I'd say there's
Where 0 is no guilt and 100 is guilty.
35% chance.
Amazing.
Of
Okay.
guilt.
Okay. I can't wait for next week.
What does that mean? What do you mean next week?
Because you already think this. That's a tremendous amount of guilt.
I think that it's
because you trust the system to have come to this verdict.
Stuff happened with Weinstein and Cosby. Like after Cosby, aren't all bets out the window?
I just want to say, you know absolutely nothing about this case, but your instinct is, he's probably 33%. He's probably a third guilty.
But that's post judgment. That's post a jury went through the evidence and heard the testimony.
Yeah.
Okay, so it went to court.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that whatever. You're right. He's 100% innocent.
Well, I'm just saying, that's your instinct is like a third.
You asked me, I said, based on...
You brought it in!
I brought it in because I knew that the legal amount would be interesting to discuss, and clearly you know more about the case than I do, so why don't you educate me?
I don't know, I just know women.
What happened?
Nothing.
Okay,
never even met her. That's
never
what he's getting
sued
for. I never even met this bitch. She's insane. That's defamation.
He did say she was insane, and that was what the... Oh, look, I'll say this. I think the damages seem excessive. I don't think
they should have said you got to either fuck her like she said you did, or you could pay her the $80 million. And then he would say, "Well, I'm going to give her the $80 million." Obviously,
all right. You're sick. Something wrong with you.
She's just a lunatic. She's a fucking total crazy.
I don't know that. Okay, I don't know.
You got to be up on these things, Vito. You're laying down playing Pokemon.
I was preparing for the show. I have other shit going on. I don't have time to know everything that's going on with Trump. I brought in a relevant news article. Okay, I don't know why I have to have an immediate opinion on it.
Because you do have one.
My immediate opinion is I'm open to the possibility that Trump has raped somebody.
Wrong. That's wrong.
Okay, it's literally impossible. He would never do it to anybody.
Never. He would have never done that.
Okay.
Never.
Well, you know him better than I do. You've met the man in person.
Yeah.
And he looked you right in your eyes.
How could he rape anyone? He's got billions of dollars.
Yeah, that never happens.
All right, what else?
This has been What Voted Up. That's the segment, Dick. We got it. All right, so I was the winner. We'll play this at the end of this show. It's like a whole song.
Okay.
All right.
You're the winner.
I'm the winner. Well, Dick,
what did you see on Twitter this week?
That comes later. That comes later. Dick, I have a phrase you may have heard, and a phrase that I think will summarize this problem very quickly. Dick, I'm sending you a phone call. Pick up the phone. Boop. Hi, we've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
Okay. Oh.
Thanks for indulging me. Dick, my problem is robocalls.
Yeah, it's credit here. I've got millions of these calls.
Oh, dude, I get like 8 of them a day now. Is this like a new thing that they got so aggressive?
I don't know, and that do not call registry thing
doesn't do anything.
It's not, that doesn't even exist. That's just more liberal bullshit.
Yesterday I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 robocalls.
Yeah.
I've started recording myself talking to these people.
Over and over. We got because someone is eligible for some kind of a household assistance every fucking day.
I keep getting ones for either Medi-Cal, Medicaid, or you were in a car accident and you're owed money, or we want to help you with your funeral expenses.
Oh.
At this time, Americans, according to RoboKiller Insights, Americans receive 5 billion robocalls a month, which breaks down to about 18 spam calls per person.
Okay.
Right now, the FCC is going after one company that says that just one of these scammers can send 8 billion robocall messages a year. And
wait, one?
Yeah.
One spammer can send 8 billion. They can call everyone on Earth?
Pretty much, yeah.
Wow. No wonder it's such a big problem.
Well, it says since 2018, 2 billion a year. 2 billion messages a year.
2 billion.
From one auto warranty scam operation.
Oh, an operation. Okay.
Still, though, one operation can send 2 billion phone calls a year?
It's like crime. It's like theft. Like, all we have to do is kill 1,000 people, and this will stop. Like, there's 1,000 people.
Well, we just have to
this.
nuke India, and then we'll be pretty much good to go.
Yeah.
See,
there's a lot of good people in India.
Do you watch those videos of the guys who hack into like Indian call centers or whatever else, and they like fuck with them and whatever?
Oh, they do?
Yeah, yeah. And you're like, all right, this is kind of funny, but now just send them a bomb because I want them all to die. I
saw one where a guy ran in. Oh, what were you gonna say?
Well, I was gonna say they hack their cameras and they find out their names. And they go,
yeah.
Is your name Dinesh? And he goes, ooh. And I'm like, all right. I'm like, that's pretty good, but now send a guy with a gun to just shoot all of them in the head. That I think would be a good prank too.
I saw one where a guy ran in and he got that gun from Israel. With the gun from Israel that shoots poop all over everybody.
Is that a thing?
That's the thing that Israel has that shoots poop all over everyone.
Okay.
And then he's like, how do you like that? And they said, how do we like what?
All right.
I saw that on World Star Hip Hop.
Yeah, I'm sure. I get it.
Wings of Redemption sent it to me. And then he said, you want to see any child porn?
You want to see any cool other videos I have?
He goes, okay, what about non-child porn? I said, not now, not after you said that.
All right. Well, the problem with these robocalls, Dick, is that, first of all, most of these call centers are overseas. So, unfortunately, local law enforcement is limited by jurisdiction.
They wouldn't do shit anyway.
Well,
they don't do shit about swatting. They don't do shit about bikes getting stolen.
Well, they should do more.
They don't do shit.
Yeah.
It's liberal fucking voting.
But if they could shut down a call center if it was in America, they'd do that pretty quick. They'd love that.
Send him in like the dog catching thing. Yeah, get out of here. All right, Ajib. Whatever. Get out of here.
But apparently the biggest problem is that it's hard to tell a good robocall from a bad because there are legitimate robocalls. You ever get those calls like, hey, you have an upcoming appointment with your doctor. Your prescription's been refilled. Come pick it up at the CVS.
No, I don't want those either.
Well,
I block them all. And that doesn't even work.
You can block the ones from your doctor. Don't block the ones from your doctor.
Why? They're just calling me and telling me not to drink because I made the mistake of telling them. I made the mistake of being honest about how much I drink and all the drugs I do. So now they're like,
now a robot calls you every day and goes,
yeah,
please stop drinking.
What did we say about you lowering it to twice a week? I'm like, what the fuck?
Unfortunately, these scammers are abusing the caller ID system. They're able to disguise where they're from, and there's really no ongoing attempt to stop them, except for like the biggest operations. It kind of seems like the FCC, who's in charge, of course, regulating our phone conversations, they're too busy wiretapping good, red-hearted Americans, as opposed to stopping Dinesh and his goons from calling me up.
They can't stop it though. Like the phone network doesn't. It's just a trust system. Like if you say you're whatever, it'll say whatever. I don't think it doesn't work like everything else we have.
I just wish I could inform the scammers of like some basic things, like don't call me at 7 a.m. Because it's fine if you call me in the middle of the day because then I could fuck with an Indian guy, which I do regularly. I got to come up with some better things to say with them. I just yell about curry and fucking their mothers. I actually got into a long conversation with one, though.
Yeah?
Yeah, because first I said, I'm going to fuck your mother. And he's like, well, I'm going to fuck your mother. I'm like, what are you doing, man? Why are you scamming people? He's like, listen, man, it's hard getting work out here.
Yeah.
And then we had like a conversation.
You're laying in bed playing Pokemon.
I wish I had recorded this. I felt, well, yeah, of course. That's the thing is that now I feel bad because this guy is like, well, this is the only job I can get in fucking it. What else am I going to do? Sell dirt in the streets of Bangladesh,
As hamburgers?
I started telling him, I'm like, listen, you're smarter than everybody in that call center. You should be running this fucking operation.
Yeah.
And he agreed with me. That was nice. So there is a human on the other end.
Why don't we
of the
just
line.
block all calls from India? We send a scuba team down to cut their, or just like put like a tariff on every call from India is costing
10 cents, 20 cents,
a rupee, one rupee,
1 rupee,
2 billion calls overnight, right?
Or we just go in the. How about we just get rid of the laws and we just go in there and just.
I don't think you're gonna like that.
Nah, that's not good.
Yeah.
What's going on with India, man? The next world superpower.
They're great.
You see the video I posted of Indian people stealing concrete?
Why were they doing that?
There's like these really poor rural villages.
Yeah.
And India's like, well, because we don't want you guys to be, backwater morons with no access to resources. What we're going to do is we're going to pave the roads to enable, travel to your village and the flow
Clean
of
water
commerce.
and stuff.
And all the villagers started digging up the concrete road
So they could sell it.
Because for some reason they thought poured concrete was valuable, or like it was still wet and they thought they could make their hut a little more reinforced.
Yeah, this is like,
and you're like, bro, just let them make you how much do you want to live in eternal poverty that you're like, let's fuck up this road they gave us for free?
But they do want to live in. It's like I don't want to live in a world with like locked doors and stuff, but I have to because of other people. So every time like we do any of this outreach shit or give money anywhere else, it's like, they don't want to live like that.
Right.
But but there's enough people there that they're like ripping their roads off the ground. They'd love to have roads.
Do you ever get the feeling like Gandhi was wrong?
I never got the feeling that he was right. What are you talking about?
Where he's like,
why would he?
We got to get all these Europeans out of here so we have control of India's destiny. And I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, the Europeans got some good stuff. You might want to just let them stick it. Like, maybe be like, hey, guys, ease up. But, like, don't kick them all out. I think you want to be a British colony. It seems like, you get, running water and
fascinating
hygiene and a lot of cool European stuff you could have had.
Yeah.
And this one hippie comes along. Didn't Gandhi rape a bunch of people or something? Or he had like 5 wives. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, apparently not Donald Trump.
Not Donald Trump, no.
Everybody else is raping.
He doesn't even jack off. Why would he be raping?
I don't know. You're right.
Yeah, come on.
How do you make? Well, he made. Yeah. All I'm saying is,
I think it's the way they come in and just give like they find whoever can kiss the most ass, and then they're like the fascist dictator. That's the problem.
In India,
anywhere that white people go,
right?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, if white people are
Except
running
for South America, maybe. I don't know. I didn't think about that one.
It's the old thing where it's like, I can't believe, you made all these Africans suffer in America. And it's like, well, do you want to go back to Africa? And they're like, no, oh, God, no. Not at all.
Why do you think you could... What makes you think that you could say something like that?
Well, I'm just
the
saying,
phrase
like...
back to Africa.
Well, not back. But to Africa. You can go to Africa.
Marty, we're going forward.
Forward to Africa. I don't know about that, Doc. Yeah. I'm just saying. Clearly, we left that country and now
gigawatts, right?
Gigawatts.
How come there's never been a black version of Back to the Future? Why has there never been that?
I'm sure there's a Black to the Future, but there should be a theatrical.
You gotta fuck Marty. You gotta fuck your mom and his mom and his mom.
Well, he gets on stage at the show and then
the Apollo.
Yeah,
he's got to kill it. He just does Chappelle's, like he just does Richard Pryor's whole, like, whatever that was.
Why you white people drive their car like this?
Richard, it's your cousin, Marvin Pryor.
You know that new stand-up routine you've been looking for? Listen to this. Why there's so much crime on Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard? No, it's crickets because the 70s. He goes, your kids are gonna love that joke. That joke might not be for this time
Martin
period.
Luther King Boulevard.
Martin Luther King Boulevard.
What the hell? What does that mean? You mean Washington Boulevard?
Your kids are gonna love that joke.
All right, so what's your
My problem was robocallers, but I guess it became Indians. So
God. You got to support Pakistan, I guess. I don't know how else to stop. You can't stop them.
I don't know. I saw Slumdog Millionaire, and I was all excited. I'm like, maybe it'll inspire them all to embrace their. Hey, Bollywood's killing it though, right? They got cool movies.
Who gives a fuck?
I don't
RRR
know.
was stupid. Did you watch that movie?
No, I still haven't seen it. I've heard.
It's like 5 hours long. It makes no sense.
I
would love to watch that movie with a Jewish guy, not the accountant.
the
storytelling one.
What do you
think
think
of
storytelling Jews?
Why don't you react to some of this?
I bet Ben Shapiro loved it.
Yeah, probably. Lady Ballers was. It was the story. The narrative was terrible. Was contrived and somehow behind the audience at all times. It was incomplete. It was horribly acted, and it was horribly lit, directed, and edited. The editing was the most offensive part of a movie that was a failure at every single level.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was terrible. I hope Hamas wins. After seeing the movie, it was so bad. It was so bad.
Yeah.
That it makes it impossible to. It makes me hate America. It was so bad that something like this could happen under capitalism.
The editing was not as tight as it should have been. I wonder if I don't know what the runtime was, but that movie felt like
it felt like it was a year and a half.
Yeah. And how do you fuck up a sports movie was my question. As I'm like, either they got to win. Why do they got to? Why? Whatever.
I thought Balls of Fury was the worst movie I've ever seen, but it was Lady Ballers.
Lady Ballers was very bad for a number of reasons.
It made me support trans people more. I already did, but I support them more.
I enjoyed our commentary, and we'll find some way.
It made me support trans kids.
I'm sure that commentary will get to you people, not through our official channels, because we do not engage in any sort of piracy or.
I don't want to say that.
There is no piracy.
There is no piracy.
Point is that there is a commentary track somewhere,
use.
and we're not sure. Fair use is a
okay. Was that your
subject.
problem?
My problem was robocalls.
My problem is Taylor Swift.
Oh,
man, you just wish. I look back. I wish Kanye tried to save us. I wish he would have just got one cunt punch. I think the kids are calling it a cunt punch.
Mm-hmm.
Bop. You know?
Okay.
Remember that one?
Yes.
Kanye.
Why would
as they call him?
Oh, because Kanye stormed the stage and interrupted her famous thing.
Oh, yeah.
I don't understand. So this is what Taylor Swift is.
I think Taylor Swift is like a devil or some kind of entity. Almost all of her fans are pedophiles. The Swifties or whatever they're called.
She's a grown woman now, right?
No. Independent of her, they just like Star Trek fans. A lot of them are pedophiles.
I'm not saying that about the Star Trek community.
Most Taylor Swift fans. Almost all of them are pedophiles.
Swifties.
I thought the football thing was bad enough. Like she's dating a football guy.
Right.
So now I have to hear about football.
She was like in the stands cheering, and there was a lot of photos of that, right?
She's fucking him, and then it's like he's planning something special for Valentine's Day. I'm like, man, I don't know how you guys weaseled your way through my news blocks, but it's really
I'm not supposed to know this.
Pissing me off that I got to hear about number one football, which is like every time when I hear the word football, I just imagine the white race getting fucking themselves up the ass as themselves, right? Let's just sit here and watch the big game instead of being concerned about literally. Like if you could go back, if the British built a time machine based on bad teeth, they could go back in time and introduce football to like George Washington and John Adams and stuff, and this would all be the United States of Britain because white men are just totally destroyed by football and underage women, which is what Taylor Swift presents herself as.
Sure.
But then they got to make AI of her, and now she's like going to sue computers to stop her AI porn from going out.
I find it interesting that AI pornography has been going around for a while. I don't know why it took Taylor Swift AI pornography for anyone to notice.
Because she's like the god of women.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like she's protected. Like no other woman matters.
None of them do matter.
And, yeah, but for some reason,
when you get enough, they think that
they
could have a one. Say it's like, well, we do now.
I was
you really
impressed.
fucked up. Nobody wants to see Taylor Swift porn. Nobody, because that's why they hate it so much. Because it's only funny. No one's getting sexual gratification out of it.
Somebody must enjoy it.
No, because all of her fans are pedophiles.
Right.
Did I say most? I meant all of Taylor Swift fans are pedophiles.
I know some listeners of this show enjoy Taylor Swift.
Pedophiles.
Wow.
Fine.
I guess they're fans of this show, so we can't say too much about them. All I know is that, Dick, I mean, she's talking about she wants to sue
computers.
The site that enabled people to create these images, as well as Twitter that allowed these images to disseminate across the web. And it is going to be a landmark case for AI. I mean,
she'll win.
What can you? Yeah, but well,
she'll win because
win against who? Against Twitter?
Men, me,
against
and computers.
Men. Well, it's one of those things where I go. I think
Kanye should have slapped her, like Will Smith. If he would have went out there and just smacked her, he would have got a lot of shit for it. But. But we wouldn't be hearing about all of her shit.
I think Kanye.
We have to hear about Taylor Swift fucking constantly. Oh wow, did you see that? There's a $1 billion tour.
Yeah.
You hear about the money, and there's little girls going to theaters and fucking convulsing like that. Who fucking cares, bro? I don't give a fuck about this.
They're having the shakes in the theater. I meant to buy that Taylor Swift popcorn bucket last time we went to the movies, and I didn't.
That would have been the end.
I was gonna get it to flip it for like $50. All the Swifties are buying the popcorn.
The pedophiles.
The pedophiles want Taylor Swift's popcorn bucket.
I looked up, and she's got the dumbest fans, and they're pedophiles, but they're also the dumbest fans.
I feel bad that I can't name any Taylor Swift songs. I'm always like,
New York, we're never getting back together.
We
are never, ever
okay.
getting back together.
That song sucks, though.
It's a great song. Don't say that.
New York? What do you mean New York?
Welcome to New York.
No, that's
everyone drives a
that's
pizza.
Jay-Z, I thought.
Didn't she do like a remix?
Is she the one singing over it?
I don't know.
No, that's not. Wait, is it Taylor Swift? Now we're in New York.
Let's look up her top hits.
I could never tell you the money.
Taylor Swift. I'm telling you, she's like a conduit for all women to speak through that we have to listen to.
Well, I remember the last time
now she's having sex with football.
They were trying to make me feel bad for her because her old manager owned all her old material.
Yeah, it's called a contract, you dumb bitch.
Yeah, well, Scooter Braun? I was going to say Scooter Libby,
McGavin
but that's
was
not
his
correct.
name.
Yeah, Scooter. You know, Shooter McGavin was the voice of evil Superman on Batman Beyond.
I did know that, yeah.
That's awesome.
That was awesome.
That guy just apparently goes to golf courses and people buy him shit all day long.
I would love
he's never
to buy
paid
that
for
guy
He's
shit.
never paid for a round of golf in his life.
Cardigan.
You need to calm
down.
See, I don't know.
I love pedophiles. Teardrops on my guitar.
That's not one of them.
Look what you made me do, right? You know that one? Style. I don't know. Bad Blood, you know that one?
Bad
we got
Blood?
Bad Blood.
Yeah, I
We're
know
never
that
getting
one.
back together. I knew your
What
trouble.
about this one? Please make animated AI pornography of me.
Antihero. It must be exhausting always being antihero.
Okay, shake it off, I know.
Off. Not AI pornography, though.
But why do people...
Can't shake that off.
I don't understand.
You got to sue computers.
I've never heard those songs and been like, I got to hear that song again.
You don't have a choice. You have to hear it all day, every day. It's like the Beatles, but for our generation. You cannot fucking escape it. If you kill yourself, that'll be the last thing you hear. The ambulance driver taking you to the dog hospital where they're going to patch you up because you can't afford your medicine will be playing, "You're Never Getting Back Together." Two fat Filipinas will be in the ambulance with you.
I wonder why. You would think like popular music would just be popular overall, you know? Like you think like we'd all kind of agree like, yes, Taylor Swift is an accomplished musical artist.
They do.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't get it. Like there's no part of me that wants to hear any of those songs.
Because music is retarded.
Yeah, but there's some songs I hear and I go, hey, that's pretty good.
Like what?
I didn't know how to work this into the show, but you know how they got that new Has-Been Hotel show that I'm not actually watching?
Yeah.
But they put out a song from the show.
Okay.
I'm like, wow, shit, this is kind of good. And then I found a cover of that song that doesn't have like an effeminate gay singer singing in it. I'm like, oh, this is even better. And I listened to that like 100 times.
Who was singing it?
Just some guy on YouTube.
Just a guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
And I was like, this is like, but you know what? I like musicals. I like show tunes.
Shocker.
What is that? What do you mean?
It's gay.
You don't like musicals?
I mean, I don't know. Some of them are good.
Yeah. Some of them
yeah,
are real
some of them
good.
are good. Some of them, man, a bad musical is bad.
Yeah, but a
Real
good musical
bad.
stays with you.
I did a bunch of mushrooms and went to see Tootsie
Oh,
as a musical.
yeah, like a
You know
stage
Tootsie?
performance of Tootsie.
Yeah, a musical.
The trans adventure.
Well,
Well, you're not allowed to do it anymore.
well, no, because like the movie with Dustin Hoffman when he pretends to be a woman,
Right.
it's like funny and crazy, right?
Right.
But when they redo it as a musical, they had to do a whole scene where the love interest, who instead of a young attractive woman was maybe the fattest black woman I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And a guy looked like Dustin Hoffman.
Okay.
She goes into this whole thing about how she supports trans stuff, but what he's doing is wrong. still.
So they had to modernize
They
it,
had to
I
modernize it,
guess.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my problem. I have a list of stuff that Taylor Swift has done to seem like a good person because she's not.
What did she do other than take my AI? But if she takes my AI pornography away,
It's game on, man.
Oh,
It's game on. It's AI. We're gonna AI porn all of you bitches if you take this away from us.
We need AI porn. Please don't take that away.
And she supports Joe Biden.
Yeah. Well, it's nothing wrong with supporting Joe Biden. It's not a problem.
You might as well be Hitler himself.
Yeah, the Swiftie porn, huh? She does. It does seem like her. Even the people who are generating AI pornography of her, because she does have like kind of a young look. They like generate pornography to make her seem she's like a childlike figure.
Her fans.
Yeah,
a pedophile.
Her fans are creeps.
She met a boy with autism and donated $10,000 for a service dog. She's a billionaire. $10,000, like nothing.
I saw a
It's like
video where the Prince of Sudan was coming out of a building, and a dad brought like the kid up to him.
Yeah,
and the guy was like, "Oh," and the Prince of Sudan, and the kid went, "I want a Mercedes." He's like, "Good, get his name." I'm like, "Oh, hey, that's how you do it."
That's charitable.
Yeah.
All she does is give shit to people who need it.
Right.
Taylor Swift only gives money to people
right.
who need it because she can get publicity for it. She doesn't give money to people who just like want a bunch of whores. Because, right? That would be a sacrifice.
True charity.
You gave $10,000 to that guy because he wanted to fuck a bunch of whores.
She could fund an entire season of this show.
That's charity.
Yeah.
It cost me, and everyone hates me, and a bunch of my
You're
pedophile
right.
fans don't
are mad
like
at me now.
Yeah, that's sacrifice. But all she does is this, like helping animals, helping cops.
Well, you're describing why I dislike Mr. Beast. It's too easy.
Yeah,
I'm gonna help blind people see. Yeah, all right. Why don't you help a Nazi
escape.
Yeah, escape.
Get him a lawyer.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Who cares what people think?
That's charity, man.
Yeah, because then you're actually putting yourself out there.
Yeah, celebrities doing charity's different than me not doing
Dr. Scholl's
charity.
defense fund. That man should not be sent back to Germany to face trial for his crimes.
We got your Dr. Scholl's.
Twice in one
episode. Okay, go ahead.
Should have said Dr. Pepper. All right, Dick, I got a game for you.
All right.
You like games?
No.
Okay. Well, you're going to hate this one. I'm going to give you a sequence of 3 numbers. Okay?
Okay.
Here are the numbers. 5, 10, 20. Now, hold on.
Easy. Piece
Shut
of
up.
cake.
Shut up. Your job is, all you can do is name your own sets of numbers, and I will say yes, that fits the rule I've established for the sets of numbers, or no, it does not fit the rule I've established for the sets of numbers.
What are you talking? Really?
I have a mathematical rule in my head.
All right. 7, 14, 28.
Yes, that fits my rule.
Okay. I have to do it again?
You're allowed to stop whenever you want. Do you believe you've identified
3,
the rule?
6, 12.
That is correct.
Okay. 13, 26, 52.
That is correct.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I think I got it.
You think you got it. What is the rule?
A prime number doubled and then doubled again?
The rule was 3 numbers in succession where each number is bigger than the one that came before it. Dick,
This is the most mad thing I've ever fucking experienced in fucking 10 years.
Dick, you have just suffered from what is called the confirmation bias. A phrase coined by he's so mad. English psychologist Peter Watson.
My fucking girlfriend is texting me. It's ascending order. I do the same trick on my students.
This is the tendency.
You know what? Here's something funny for you. I got a game for you.
Okay.
That guy that we had lunch with.
Yeah.
You know how you told him to get a bunch of stuff at that preview he was going to?
Right.
And I said, don't send it to Vito, send it to me, and then
Sure.
I'll give it to him if he gets on the scale.
Sure.
He emailed me today and said, hey, I'm sending you a bunch of cool stuff
Great.
that I got at the video game thing that's like limited edition, and you can
the
give
only
it to
way I
Vito
get
if he
it
gets
is if I
Yeah,
get
how's
on the
that for a
scale.
fucking joke?
Well, that's bullshit as well, because now there's exclusive Final
I
Fantasy
have it.
merchandise being given to Dick.
So everybody, if you
fuck
have
with
anything,
me.
any toys that Vito wants, give it to me, and I'll only give it to him if he gets on the scale.
And if not, you're going to break it in front
I'll
of me, right?
burn it. I'll run over it with my fucking car.
Oh, don't do that, because that's like fucked.
I'll destroy it.
At least give it to somebody else.
No.
Oh, my God. Anyway, as we know, Dick.
Do you feel good about yourself?
Well, I mean,
doing me like making me think about shit and explain it, and then have it be a big fucking trick.
It's not a trick. It's you confirmed something. You confirmed with you had an idea in your head. You said, "I think I know what the rule is. I'm going to try and confirm it." Then you found things that confirmed what you believed the rule to be.
Yeah, your fucking game did.
It's not a game. It's just, and then instead of taking the time to challenge your confirmation bias, you went, well, I must have gotten it. There's no other explanation. And that is, of course, the confirmation bias.
So why was there a fucking smug look on your face when you said the joke was actually way simpler?
I would have fallen for it too, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I don't know.
See that? So you did it to make yourself think that we're the same. That's the fucking smug point of it. That's what annoys people.
I'm just you identified one possible answer, and then that was your bias, and you went with it. That's
and it would always work because there's no end of primes. So what's the fucking problem?
Well, yeah, but you could have tested like
1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
I don't want to be wrong though. That doesn't fit.
But you wouldn't be wrong. I would just tell you no.
Might be wrong though.
But it's not wrong because you're still figuring out the rule.
But it might be wrong.
It might be wrong, but not wrong. Just not adhering to the rule.
I don't want to be. I don't want to even risk being wrong at all.
Point is, Dick.
What are you looking for?
That tweet from my good friend Chuck Dixon.
Okay.
So whereas you have a confirmation bias that perhaps these sets of numbers go in order, someone else's confirmation bias might be the comic books have too much homosexual stuff in them, as we saw from Rip-A-Verse writer Chuck Dixon. Chuck Dixon, who wrote Alpha Core, decided to post a tweet, which he has finally deleted after getting a community note. And that was this tweet here. I'll bring it out. I want to bring up the picture here. I just want to show. All right, no.
Here, yeah. No, I use this all the time.
So Chuck Dixon's tweet was, "Who wants this?" And it is a screenshot of a panel from a DC comic featuring Superboy. This is Superman's bisexual son, whose name I forget, Connor Kent, I believe, talking to Nightwing. As Superboy says, "I'm bi. How about you?" Nightwing says, "I guess I've only ever dated women, but look at me. I'm gorgeous. I'm an absolute snack. I've got to be at least a little queer." Now, I saw that and I went, I don't think that's the actual dialogue from this Superman comic. Because I've read a Superman comic.
You're so fucking smart and you tricked me with this fucking game that you're doing.
Up. It's just, I went, look, I've read a Nightwing comic. Nightwing's kind of a jackass. I can't imagine that a DC writer had Nightwing go, "I'm a fucking snack. Look at me.
You must be a little queer.
I must be a little bit queer."
And then Mr. McSippleyick comes out and goes, "I've got a big dick up my ass."
Mr. Mixelplex, come on. So Chuck Dixon posted this, apparently believing it was real, was then shown the actual dialogue is something.
I bet he called the cops. Cops, I've been writing comics about you guys for years. Can you go on Twitter and make this a real panel that I tweeted?
I don't know where he found this. The actual dialogue is, I'm going to go look for Superman or Batman
Retard.boomer is where he found it.
The point is that for some strange...
Facebook.minions.
I guess people assume Chuck Dixon is like a trusted comics guru. I mean, he wrote Alpha Core, of course. You know, he's one of the old men of comics. He invented Bane. He wouldn't just randomly post boomer bait that he found online because he kind of hates gay people.
How do you invent Bane? It's a guy that does steroids. Hey, you know Hannibal Lecter? What if he was all juiced up on steroids?
Wow.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, you should come up with that and never come up with anything good ever again.
Yeah, pretty cool. I'm done.
So not only does... Chuck, take a breather there, Chuck.
Pretty cool. Make me a Chuck cutout face so I can do it before the end of the episode. Send it to me on my email.
Yeah, send Dick a cutout.
Yeah, it's like Hannibal Lecter, but he's on steroids. Pretty cool.
Chuck Dixon, who
juices it, got a little dial, juices it up. Yeah. How much steroids is he on? Oh, you can see on a little dial. He's got, like that guy in Judge Dredd. Yeah, pretty cool. Respect cops. Respect the police.
All right, Chuck, calm down.
Well,
you got it wrong, Chuck. Okay, you got it. This was not the.
Yeah, but you can imagine. But the fact that people think it's real really says a lot to the.
That's kind of the
really
problem.
says a lot to the way things are.
So the way this works is an old boomer comic writer who hates that there's gay people in the comics now says, look, they're making Nightwing talk about being gay. Then Dean Cain, the Superman actor, retweets it and says, no, thank you. Dean Cain, who has a comic book coming from Rippaverse artist Gabe
The Chinese Superman?
Yeah, Dean Cain, the Asian Superman.
Where he's flying like this. Whoa!
That was what? The
Superman, use your laser vision to get him away. I can't open my eyes.
All right, well.
Rois
I don't
Rain!
remember that episode. I don't think he said
You don't remember that episode?
I don't remember the Rois Rain episode.
No, you not. When Superman's mom came back and she's like, why you on the reporter? You should own newspaper. How come it's so
and then
like...
went, how come you got Crypto the super dog? He goes, Crypto the super cat go missing one day. Go missing in mama kitchen and never return.
Don't you think it's like...
we got enough Asian stereotypes out of the way. Go ahead.
Okay, don't you think that like... So, just read Nightwing. That's the guy, the Batman's son. Don't you think it's like a
Batman's
little...
son.
Like, you ever hear real weird guys talk about like black guys and their big cocks? And they're like, yeah, these black guys and their fucking huge cocks. Like,
Right.
and you're like, all right, man, like... I understand if you're just like racist, but you're like making it like weirdly sexual.
Right.
Like, don't you think that that's kind of like they're very extremely fit, powerful men talking about how each other is gay and needs to fuck? Don't you think that's a little gay?
Well, I'm gonna say I hope Chuck didn't make. I don't think Chuck made this image.
But he's tweeting it.
He
and
is
it's like,
tweeting
I have a fucking tight fat ass. Like, what the fuck, man?
Well,
That's
he's very worried that we're gonna make the kids gay with gay superheroes. Because again, this has been the foundational basis of the Rippaverse. It's like, aren't you tired of all that gay shit? Look, it's right here. Look, they made a Nightwing say a bunch of gay shit. You're mad at that, so give all your money to a black guy for some reason.
buy warehouses.
So he can buy warehouses and not make a gay Nightwing. And then Dean Cain retweets it. And anybody...
thank you.
No, thank you. I don't want that. And then rather than go, hey, guys, I got it wrong. You know what? There's actually good Marvel writing out there. This was one I got taken in. Instead, Chuck Dixon posted this exact response about 5,000 times.
Oh.
That response was, the fact that we even have to question whether this is fake or not speaks volumes.
You're a retard. That's what it says.
He posted that. I didn't even get screenshots of all of it. He said that like
What
20
the fuck?
times. Yeah.
It's like Neil deGrasse Tyson kissing yourself on the lips in a mirror.
Why don't you just say I'm a dumb boomer who hates gay stuff in comics, and I got my confirmation bias was activated. I said, I knew it. I knew the comics were full of gay stuff. Here it is right now, and I never thought for a second, well, hold on.
Look, guys,
maybe there's something else going on here.
I hate gay people. You hate gay people. I know, but I messed up. All right. Sorry.
Right.
We can still hate gay people. It doesn't.
Yeah.
They're not getting more or less AIDS because I tweeted that thing.
Why did I
right.
agree to that with an enthusiastic yeah. Yeah. No.
That was your That was my game on you.
Confirmation bias.
Here, Vito, I have a numbers game for you. 310.4.
Shut up. Yeah? What's the next number in sequence?
294.
Sure.
Yeah. 299.
Okay.
Now you give me some numbers.
I hate you so much. Point is, Dick.
Why are you fucking trying to embarrass me with this game about...
It's not an embarrassment. Everyone falls
bias.
for it. It's not just you.
Falls for it. There you go.
Well,
falls for it.
It's
a fucking humiliation prank joke.
It's not a humiliation prank joke.
Falls for it. What does that mean then?
It establishes.
You get scientists around there like, oh, they fell for my fucking sociological experiment. Fucking dumb idiot.
Shut up. We all have biases. That's it. Okay, so we have certain blind spots. Because our brains want to organize information. There's only so much room for information. We need to organize it logically. We need to take shortcuts. Okay? Your shortcut is, to not think as, good as you should about numbers, which is, something you should work on. And Dick's shortcut is to assume all the comics are full of guys running around shoving their dicks in everybody's mouth. Okay? And unfortunately, when you buy
Maybe it's just a mistake that he made. You didn't think about that with your confirmation bias because you think all these right-wing guys are just like, homophobes. And
Well,
con
I think
artists.
the
It's just an interesting mistake.
No,
that he made.
it's not
No
a
big deal.
mistake. I think it is a mistake, but it's a mistake based on a bias that at no point
Just
did
a
he
mistake
say
that he made.
he could have logically.
Maybe his publicist was running the account since you like hiding information about these fucking stupid games that you're doing.
He could have logically thought it through and said, you know what, this sounds a little out there. And what's interesting is actually the writer of this comic, Tom Taylor, said, Chuck, you know what? You've fallen for a thing, but I want to thank you so much for helping pioneer these great characters. He was very nice about it. Kill them with kindness. Didn't expose the fact that Chuck Dixon.
That doesn't work. You got to kill him with death.
Yeah, we also saw kill him with death. That old adage. You know what you got to do, son? All those bullies out there in your school, kill them with death.
Fight them.
Yeah.
Fight them.
Murder them.
Don't fight back. Fight them first.
The whole Rippaverse,
Attack
of course,
them.
getting in on this misinformation because, again, this is the community manager of the Rippaverse.
Is that the cross-eyed
Chief
guys?
Sedan. Yeah, I think this is the
I'm
cross-eyed
running the warehouse.
gentleman.
That's why Ricky Ritardo wears those goggles because he's got cross eyes like Eric July's fucking warehouse manager.
I just think your argument that all the comics suck compared to yours go out the window if you can't even find something to actually be mad about and you got to start inventing fake or finding ones that, again, reinforce your
What did
bias.
Shit Cityan say about this?
He said, that's it. DC is dead to me. They have officially fucked over all of my favorite characters, much in the same way Marvel has, from behind, because they're gay.
He fucked them over from behind?
He fucked them over from behind.
See what I mean?
Yeah, it would have been better if it was
That's
just
too
fucked them.
specific.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's an example of confirmation bias from Dick and the Rippaverse. Hopefully they'll both work on that. It's just an interesting little thing.
What a fucking funny.
I thought it was
funny
fun. I
game.
thought it's fun. It adds something to the show,
You got any more guesses? So would you say you got the rule right?
Well, I didn't want to stretch it out. You know what? You're right. On a long.
You got any more
Shut up.
number
Shut up. Look,
guesses?
I'll say on a long enough timeline.
Dick, a guy rode into town on a Friday and he stayed 3
All
days.
right, yeah. A man was found murdered with a puddle beneath his feet.
What happened?
He hung himself with an icicle. I don't
He
fucking know.
Wow.
That's not what it was.
All right.
I'm gonna say if I had allowed that thought experiment to play out longer, you would have eventually stumbled across.
No, I would have made it more complicated.
I don't know. Yeah,
I don't even know why I used the term prime number talking to you.
I don't know why you said prime number at all.
That's stupid. That was stupid.
That was incorrect. I was like, no, it's definitely not that.
Well, because I'm thinking like, okay, it's obviously doubles, but there's going to be some
gonna be
like
some
stupid
trick.
rule where it has
Yeah.
to be something, and that's a low enough prime where you wouldn't notice it.
See, I think also the problem with a thought experiment like that is that smart people will try to metagame it because they're like, well, it can't be something simple because that's stupid and a waste of everyone's time.
Yeah, that's metagaming. Is that what you're trying to gaslight us into thinking that that's not a positive? That makes us better than you guys. Metagaming.
Congratulations on metagaming the
Thank
problem,
you.
Dick.
Yeah, not necessary.
smarter-
The congratulations actually feels like a blight to me. Feels like a poison that I need to
A dumber person probably would have got it right quicker. It's only because of how smart you are that you couldn't get it right.
I got it right.
Well, once I told you the answer.
Still would have worked.
Well, sure.
Okay, my last problem is bad snaps.
Bad snaps.
Like you're like,
My snaps are great.
let's go. Okay, 4 in a row. Oh man, fuck you. I was trying to do a snap for some reason the other day, and I was like,
I can get a thud. I'll get some thuds in there. Can't get one
it's
now,
the first
though.
one though. Once you get into the rhythm, you can do it, but you need a snap to punctuate a joke like right away.
Yeah.
And you're like, ugh,
I think I'm
Bad.
losing a couple.
bad.
Finger snaps. We don't use finger snaps enough in society.
Like,
But then, then they've been trying to ruin finger snaps where they're like, you're not allowed to clap anymore in these like college campuses because it's too jarring for people with PTSD, so you got to do the finger snaps.
PTSD,
Yeah.
post-traumatic.
All these college kids have
Trans
PTSD.
disorder.
Well, pretty much.
Trans.
My dad yelled at me for putting on a dress, and now I have PTSD.
I thought you were
So,
actually
yeah.
talking about your dad for a second.
No,
I went to a-
that conversation went, oh, you too? And I went, All these are a long line of perverts and weirdos.
Yeah, I went to a Patty Harrison show and sat next to this real like. Have you ever seen Revenge of the Nerds?
Yes.
Remember that really skinny black guy?
Yes.
He looked exactly
the
like
effeminate homosexual black man.
Whatever he was doing, yeah. And everything.
Damned, and Omega Moo. I love that song.
So I guess if we're going to a snap world,
yeah.
But I can't snap for shit with this hand.
I'm
gonna do it left.
He was snapping.
He was snapping the whole time, man.
To show appreciation.
I don't know. Distract me, probably. I was metagaming it once again, and I thought he was fucking trying to distract me.
Yeah. So there's a black guy aggressively outsnapping you at a show.
That's the problem.
Wait,
Vote on it or not. That's it.
I gotta dig into this for a second.
It's already an hour 30. That's the it's bad snaps. When you go to snap, wouldn't it be amazing?
But why were you intimidated by the black man being good at snapping? Why does that matter to you at all?
Because I want to be able to snap.
You don't have to snap.
But wouldn't it be great if you could?
No, I don't think it matters either way.
Like if you could snap so hard that it would blow someone's fucking face off.
How much time did you spend investigating this man's ability to snap better than you?
You know, like most of my interactions with those guys, I couldn't avoid. Snapples? Did you say Snapples?
What up, my snapper? How you been? All right.
That's the show, everyone.
What a show.
That was a good show.
Shut up. They're all good shows.
What the fuck? I can't even compliment you.
Because it's like the backhanded compliments people leave in the comments where they go, finally a good one, you know? We've told them not to do that. I don't know why you're allowed to do it. Oh, finally a listenable episode.
I didn't say that. I said that was a good show.
All right. It was a good show.
Those were good problems.
Sure.
Taylor Swift. Bad snapping.
Dick's inability to recognize the sequence of numbers. And robocalls.
Okay. Go to biggestproblem.show.
Vote
to vote. Go to patreon.com/biggestproblem to not see the Lady Ballers commentary.
And I'm sure nobody in the Discord or anything will have any sort of link for you ever. And that's the bottom line.
Easily the worst movie ever made. Worse than any Kirk Cameron movie. Complete dog shit. I hope Jeremy Boring gets cancer from how bad that movie was. Or at least leukemia.
Okay, so the worst, maybe, I don't know if I can say the worst part, but just the fact that they had to put a Jeremy's Razors plug into the movie.
And a She Her chocolate.
And a She Her chocolate bar. And I'm like, guys... The movie was an advertisement for the Daily Wire. The end credit scene was, you know how like in Marvel, it's like, oh, here's Thanos. Oh, Ant-Man's going to be in the next one. The end credit scene was Jordan Peterson.
No,
mid-credit scene. That was what you're supposed to be amped about.
And he was just
Matt
like,
Walsh was
the joke of that movie is like just guys who are just total members of the LGBT community, just going like, oh man, I'm so like put out and concerned by this.
Yeah.
Like just being total cucks. Like stuff's happening, they're like, oh man, that's so Jordan Peterson just sitting there, oh wow. Like, yeah, that's why this is happening to you guys.
It's like
you don't ever say anything.
It's weird to see a comedy that has like the bones of like one of these 90s sports comedies.
Yeah.
So it feels
like
familiar.
Basketball.
And you're like, wait, I thought these had like jokes, you know? Like,
Better Off Dead. Yeah.
I thought these had like kind of characters that you wanted to root for or who were likable in any way.
The writing was so bad.
Someone needed to step in and be like, you don't have a premise. Like, what is the premise? What if guys played basketball against ladies? Why? For what reason? To accomplish what?
Yeah, why are they doing it? To like win their wives
money,
back? Like the Full Monty?
Yeah.
You know, rip that off.
Well, it was obviously...
To save a rec center? Like, that's
right.
Kitschy and funny.
Why is his
kid
there?
To save a men's center. To save a VFW. Like, our VFW is being taken over by a fucking battered woman's shelter. We gotta raise enough money to save the VFW. Like, it's a simple shit, Jeremy. Jeremy, you fucking idiot!
Instead, they made it that they had to save women. So the movie is both about women's sports are stupid and dumb because they make a bunch of those jokes, and also we have to protect them at all costs.
My daughter is a woman
against these filthy trans people, and I'm like, hold on,
and
wait.
Two guys on my team are double penetrating and impregnating a lady basketball player who's inexplicably hot.
You have to pick a theme for the movie, and if the movie is women's sports are stupid, do that. But then the moral of the movie can't be actually women's sports are great, and we have to get all these men out of there. Which isn't funny. Wow, what a mess that was. I can think about that movie all day.
It was so gross and bad.
They actually called the
I'd rather
team
see
the
someone
Lady
get killed.
Ballers. That was a joke that made it all the way to the screen.
Yeah.
Which is the name of the funny trans basketball team be called? What are they called? The Lady Ballers, because they have testicles.
Matt Walsh and Candace Owens played themselves at the end of the movie. I liked Candace Owens before seeing that. Now I can't.
Well, I can't agree with you there.
She was fine.
You know what?
I mean, I liked her. I wouldn't spit on her. If I saw her now, spit.
Matt Walsh was almost believable as a stupid hippie, but they didn't give him any good lines. So what's the point? You got some voicemails, I guess.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Somebody did this thing where they go, "Hey, make sure to play this voicemail," and I've already forgotten what it is, and
Kill yourself.
I don't care. So if it was really good, I'm sorry.
Is this us? Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Can
you sort
it's
these?
all just like gibberish?
Sort these by length.
I can't.
Yes, you can.
Get your wallets ready.
Get away from my mouse!
You to Vito's Casino.
There you go. That's a good
fuck yourself.
voicemail. Lizzo's calling
Vito's
in.
Casino.
Hey, this is Lizzo.
Hi, Lizzo.
I want to leave a voicemail. This is how I talk.
Yep.
Cool.
Vito, I feel you. And I'm not going to give you any of my amazing and luscious weight loss tips because I respect boundaries and you think you don't want any of those. Also, I was thinking about the makes my dick wet comment from Maddox, and I was thinking, how do you think he thought you looked when he said that?
No, that's the wrong show. Now you're not being Lizzo anymore.
Wait,
you fucking idiot.
So does Maddox say "make my dick wet"?
He said you were talking over him on his live Q&A.
Yeah.
He was talking to Boogie, and Maddox was telling Boogie that one of the last things he said to me was quote,
money. Yeah.
Look, money doesn't make my dick wet.
Right.
Instead of dick hard.
Well, I think
No. The phrase is not money. The phrase is not blank doesn't make my dick wet. It's blank doesn't make my dick hard. Getting your dick wet means fucking a woman.
Right. But I'm saying,
Here's my fucking riddle. I got a fucking saying for you. Tell me what's wrong with the saying. Money doesn't make my dick wet.
I think you can say money doesn't make my dick wet, though. Well, the reason I'm saying that is because I think I recently also said something about my dick. I think I said that.
Chuck Dixon and say like, yeah, this is totally.
I mean,
the fact that I could say it makes my dick wet really makes you think, right?
Well, you would say, I said to somebody, I don't know if this gets your dick wet.
I hope you're doing it ironically, because if you're doing that thinking that's the saying, you're wrong.
Well, the dick. I understand that getting your dick wet would mean that it has been inside a vagina, right? So it's not that
you would say I got my dick wet.
Yeah, you should say
he's doing that to get his dick wet.
Does it get your dick hard? I think it's a spin on it, though.
It is it's like a irony poisoned brain spin.
Remember when we used to be giving high fives all the time, and then one guy went, "Hey, low five," and you went, "Whoa!" It was like a spin.
So you want to get.
And then we all started doing low fives.
Who's we?
Me and all my bros. And then we started doing airlocks, but nobody does airlock anymore.
Don't say get my dick wet and if either say the saying or say a joke. Don't not know which one you're doing.
Okay.
Okay? With all your fucking math games that you're doing?
Well, you're making my dick very dry right now.
Good.
Right.
Soft, I hope.
I got a soft draw dick.
Hey, Dick, hey, Vito.
And I don't like
The reason that Eric July has all these contractors instead of employees is so he doesn't actually have to pay them benefits or workers' comp and all that bullshit. It's cheaper that way. That's why Uber works the way it does and DoorDash, all that bullshit. Anyway, go fuck yourselves.
God, that's going to be the worst when the first Ripaverse employee gets cancer and we got to do like a Ripaverse. They're going to do one of those GoFundMes.
First, gets cancer? What do you mean?
I mean, like something's going to happen.
Handling all that cancerous materials?
I'm just saying every time, there's like an organization and they have to do one of these GoFundMe.
I fucking hate everyone that works at that but, I mean, that's true, but isn't there like a limit to how much you can employ?
How many contractors you can have?
And how much you can employ them? Like, you can't employ them full-time as contractors. Maybe in Texas you can.
If they are working in a warehouse, then technically I don't think you can have them as contractors. Because part of the thing of
what if you're retarded?
Well,
what if they're retarded?
You can report them as contractors, but if anybody goes to the IRS, oh God, I'm ruining Eric.
Report Eric July to OSHA. Report him to the IRS right now. Do it.
The point, my understanding of the contractor,
I want him broken and dead.
If there's a principal point of business at which the contractor is expected to arrive every day at the same time, and is required to do their business within that location,
be that what it is,
then they are no longer a contractor. They are working for a location. They are an employee. That's my understanding.
Be that is what it is, what it may. All right.
My God, whatever.
Have
a million warehouses, Eric. You deserve them.
Okay.
Hey, Dick. Hey, Vito.
Hi.
My rage is premature announcements. Vito, you grill Dick all the time about the silly pants skating routine, but he mentioned it one time, and he doesn't talk about how he's going to do it every single week. And he also injected saline into his balls, so you can't really talk about him not doing stuff for his fans.
Oh, yeah.
Here's a list of things that Vito has announced.
What?
I'm going to start doing stand-up regularly. I'm going to start writing with a writing partner. I'm going to start doing regular live shows. I'm going to release some podcast merch. You announced this almost 2 years ago on the podcast, Vito.
Now there's
I'm going to finish
podcast
my movie script. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to finish my comic.
The comic is finished. In my part of the comic's finished.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing a little bit of cleanup work. Look at all this merch.
Me.
One thing.
Okay.
Trucks Me is still fucking sold out, dude.
This is not my... Okay, I will put up a different...
How do I have one then? How do I have an XL if it's sold out? It doesn't make any sense.
You got yours from someone else.
I got it from me.
Yeah.
This is your fucking merch.
I will...
Why don't you answer these numbers? 0, 0, and 0. See if you can crack the fucking riddle that I'm doing.
How many clips did you put up on the fucking YouTube? How many
0
promotional? I don't fucking know.
0. How many shirts are available for Killdozer.Industries Trucks Me? 0.
You can get all the other shirts, Well, hold on. Are the XLs sold out for these ones as well? I'm confused now. Okay, that makes no sense because they're supposed to be the same
Nah,
shirt.
because that's just black. The Trucks Me is heather black. It's better.
Oh, okay.
It has to be heather black.
So
it can't be just black.
So these shirts are bad.
Well, why don't you, send an email or something?
I'll just add the regular black shirts instead of the black heather.
No, regular black is going to look like shit. It's got to be heather black like this.
Well, don't say
Nice
it's going to
and
look like
soft.
shit because the regular Biggest Problem shirts are just solid black.
That's fine. That logo, it's fine with that logo.
Okay.
Trucks Me has to be heather black.
Okay, because the logo's kind of light.
Yes.
Okay. I'll send him an email. I'll find out when the XLs are getting back.
CC me on the email or I'll totally lose it.
All right. Jesus Christ. What else have I done? I'm doing I'm pitching. Well, not pitching, but I'm talking to a company about trying to get some of my other ideas off the ground.
What company?
I don't know if I'm not going to announce it until we have a deal in place. They want to.
Wow.
They want to do this thing where I'm like a featured creator. You know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is it Rumble?
It's not Rumble. No.
Oh.
It is a collaborative storytelling platform.
Fire app, that fucking Storyfire app.
It's not Storyfire. And they're like, you can put Super Killer up here. I'm like, so what would happen? And they're like, and then people could tell you how to write Super Killer. I'm like, oh, we're not doing that. But we got other stuff I could put
Why,
up
are you
there.
too good for that?
No, it's just it's kind of weirdly, I'm like, well, what if somebody suggests an idea and I use it? Then don't they legally? And they're like, nah, they got to sign some shit so they don't.
I got to go to the bathroom.
So maybe I'll
You
put
have a mouse.
I do have a mouse, and I do have some super chats I can read, and that's what I'm gonna do. The point is, I have some old story concepts that have been kicking around, which maybe you'll be able to contribute to and be part of the magic, or not, if these guys don't pay me money. Koof for 2 says, thank you all for not killing yourselves. Thank you, Koof. Milo Stinkopolis for 5 says, shout out to Palestine and Yemen. Shout out. LJ Calabarino for 2. How much for a call to prayer? Pokemon versus Pal World. It's not a bad idea. That would actually be on theme. Shit Lips for 2. R.I.P. car. Well, no longer R.I.P. because now you can get all-star wraps for your vehicle from, I believe it's allstar-wraps.com. Allstar-wraps.com in beautiful Sacramento, California. We're going to see about making an entire Ricky Retardo car. I want the Ricky helmet. Where's the Ricky helmet? I'll get it later. Let's see. Here's Mid Salad. with, and I would give you a drum roll, but I don't have the Steam Deck, a big $50. Mint says, my very not safe for work Yaira cosplay sets and videos start to release weekly on fansly.com/Yaira cosplay this weekend. I have 4 brand new ice-themed dildos. Happy Yaira winter from Mint Salad. I have seen Mint Salad's Yaira costume, and guys, I think Ricky, they're not going to let you look at that in the home because you're going to get too excited.
Ooh, the night.
They're going to have to take your juice box away.
Big booby white baby. Yeah. Big booby white baby. Yeah.
I think the Alpha Core group home in which you're forced to wait for your next mission.
It crashed. You know what's funny about the Alpha Core comic? Is you know that the ship crashed into the ghetto because I'm saving a black family.
Yep. Well,
isn't that funny?
I mean, Chuck Dixon wrote it, so I have to assume.
And then they killed... Weirdly, they killed the cop at the end like Jesus.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know anything about like story director or anything like that, but Chuck Dixon wrote a comic with a bunch of superpowered fascists where the guy who died at the end was like a cop who wanted to do the right thing, right? And he's kind of shocking and jarring when he dies because you think, well, he's like, it's like a superhero comic, he shouldn't die.
Wow.
Except it's like Chuck Dixon just loved cops so much. So he wrote a cop as Jesus Christ, dying at the end for the sins of Alpha Core.
I think what's great about...
What the fuck were you writing, bro? You're writing...
A cop died for Alpha Core.
Cops are the bad guys. I'm retarded and I know that. Jesus fucking Christ. Where have you been your whole life, man?
I will say Chuck is kind of an expert writer, though, because he said, I'm an old white man who knows nothing about the black community. What if my black character says nothing? And that's how you write around that situation. What if he just... Do you know how to write authentic African-American dialogue? No. And I won't even try. I'd have Eric write it, but he'd just say, it is what it is, every 2 seconds.
He should have said that. He could have said that.
Dominic for 2 says, EBS is streaming. Why would I watch this?
Why don't you go fucking kill yourself, Dominic?
Go kill yourself, Dominic.
Why don't you watch yourself bleed out in the bathroom?
Go kill yourself in Pal World. Mint Salad for 5 says, I have at Yaira Cosplay on Instagram, at Yaira Cosplay, and Twitter too, for the more safe for work Yaira cosplay stuff. I will be Yaira IRL until Yaira's canonically killed off. Yaira and Ricky, we now have 2 cosplay outfits. Well, I'm going to say this is the real Ricky.
Is Riley Suge Knight? Larry Suge Knight? With pepperoni nipples?
Riley
or is he just
Larry
Wolverine for some reason? That sounds like more like Riley, actually.
Riley has yet to determine his Alpha Core
character.
Did
I talk about Riley beating up Mint Salad boobs?
I saw him punching Yaira's boobs.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
It did the cut. First of all, Mint fucked up her line.
She fucked up her She did fuck up her line a little bit.
And then Riley like, bop, 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 bop. I'm like, I don't even know. I've never felt like this amount of turned on and this amount of funny and this amount of embarrassed for both of you.
Yeah.
It's perfect. It's totally perfect.
Well, I'm going to say the superhero antics of the Clippaverse, or what is he? Young Clippa and Yaira have entertained us all, and I look forward to more.
They're doing great work.
Yeah. And you can find it at Yaira Cosplay on Instagram.
Is she going to be using the ice power on her nipples?
Well, she says she has 4 brand new ice-themed dildos, which she'll be using. But that you have to watch on Fansly. Like I said, Ricky, check with the group home before you boot up your Funputer or whatever.
How about the child porn that they put in the...
I don't want to talk about the child.
In the Alpha Core... In the Alpha Core...
Please stop looking at Alpha Core.
Brian! I didn't know Brian!
I'm not accusing
How the fuck is the name Brian? Are you serious?
Superman's name was Clark. I mean,
no, his name was Superman, you retarded idiot. His name was not. He picked the name Clark.
Sure.
To fucking contrast with the superhero name.
Okay.
And then Chuck Dixon picked the name fucking Brian.
Look,
bro,
Ricky, I don't know what to tell you.
Super Brian?
Super Brian.
That's what they call him. He's flying around, busting through walls. They call him Brian. Oh, Brian. Better call Brian. I mean, they even call regular friends that if they're like exceed. If they, my fucking friends don't call me my real fucking name. They call me Dick. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. Ricky, do we need to get Ricky some sort of his medication or something? Stay off those Alpha Core computers. I don't like what's on those USB sticks.
Well, I said don't put the chop on in there. Brian, don't put the top on USB in the computer. We'll fuck it all up.
Brian,
Detect it, man.
He's a loose cannon. He plays by his own rules.
I grew up retarded in the ghetto. All right, I fucking had a hard life.
I know.
And then I was in the military.
Yeah.
No one broke me out of prison because I'm not white like the A-Team. Well, wait, they had a black guy.
They had a black guy, Ricky. pretty famously had a black guy, actually.
Yeah, because he has doing stereotypes.
Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah. Maybe you should get some cool chains or something, add to that helmet.
Don't have any money.
Yeah.
I spend it all on warehouse and fork them.
All right, Ricky. JJ for 5. Perfect timing for the show start. EVS just wrapped up his brutal Alpha Core review. Well, now we have Ricky came to
hear
visit.
That perfect timing for the show to start.
Perfect timing. Well, I suggested we push the show back.
You did. Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you for letting us do that.
No punches pulled on his friend Chuck Dixon. Wow. I will. We will have to watch Eric, or I'll have to watch it. Eric's.
It was funny. I tuned
was
in
watching
right
a little of it when I was coming over.
I tuned in right when Ethan Van Sciver says, "Why the fuck is the ground colored like a pizza?" Like all of the earth is colored like a pizza. The ground doesn't fucking look like that.
Yeah, the coloring is a little aggressive in that book. Flurk Respecter for 5. Bring back the old lobby music. Well, let's hear from you guys. Don't leave your super chats if you want the old music or the current music. I know people are split.
You got to give your man Martian a chance.
Yeah, we got to have a poll or something.
He's up against a computer. He's like John Henry, the steel-driving, beat-driving man versus a computer.
Exactly. So who will win, man versus machine?
Machine wins. That's what that taught.
Well, that's kind of the problem. That's why Taylor Swift is fucked. GH for 20 Canadian says this is from last week because it wouldn't send. Thank you for all your hard work.
So you owe 2. That's one from last week. Now you owe
one for this week. Thank you. James Gardner for 20 American. Everyone should watch the real Yaira wherever it is that it is. Jacob Baboof for 5. College would be a whole lot harder without you guys. Keep on protecting the pet-O's, Vito, and keep on running your gay ops, Mr. Masterson.
Yes, gay op everything.
Absolutely. Shit Lips for 2. Hello, friends, and I guess also the women. Kicks Mechanic for 5. Much love, my brothers in Christ. Outthink Vegas for 2. Sean reminds me of Data from The Next Generation. Vito is Jabba. What, the Hutt? It's not even the same show. Is that a Star Trek character?
Would you feel better if there was another
I would feel better if hopefully it's not. Doesn't even make sense.
Who would you not like to be in Star Trek?
I hate you people. Johnny Rocket for 10. I can't believe. Yeah, I want to be the planet. I'm an M-class planet. Engage Warp 9 to escape my gravitational pull. All right, make all the Star Trek jokes you want.
Oh, like that giant squid.
It's Morlock, the living planet. He'll eat us all.
And he's a pedophile.
He's raping that little planet. Okay, too much. Johnny Rocket for 10. I can't believe you two cyberbullying a black guy led to me being hired to write.
Oh my God, we haven't even talked about that.
Johnny
read
Rocket,
the whole thing.
The creator of the ISOM rewrite. He says, I cannot thank you both enough. It is so much fun. I will still be harsh on Super Killer for the shipping shit.
$10 is definitely not thinking enough, though.
No.
That should have been 20.
Half your first paycheck should go
to this
show.
Should have been 20.
We made this happen.
So the guy who wrote a guy, Johnny Rocket, who cut up ISOM number 1 and 2 and made them a good story.
Yeah.
Like he changed the entire thing. He gave ISOM a backstory right away, and he made it about like
ISOM's investigating the death of his former partner,
Franklin,
potentially at the hands of Darren.
And it's like
I'm like, oh man, I could not help but get pulled back in such a scenario.
Yeah, and it's funny, and it's like it's a little bit like blaxploitation funny.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of another word, but it's like just enough.
Bit of a minstrel show, let's say.
No. Did you see Alex Stein came on EVS and said that the Blaze told him to lay off Eric July?
Yes.
The Blaze told him specifically.
Yes. It was like, I saw him. There's a lot of guys in
there
these.
was a little tumbleweed that blew by behind Ethan Van Sciver when he said that.
Right. Because here's the thing is like, I know my problem is that I can't shut my mouth, right? But then I see other guys and I'm like, oh, Alex Stein will do good because he knows how to shut his mouth. But then when he says that, I'm like, whoa, me and Alex are like the same guy. Because he also should not be saying that shit. He's like, yeah, the Blaze basically made me apologize to, Eric. They basically told us.
Said, yo, Alex, keep going back here on the PlayStation, Alex, yo.
Glenn Beck sat him down and he said, motherfucker, do you know how hard it is to get a black guy to do this? There's not that many of them. So
I guess Glenn Beck really is turning Jewish.
Finding a tough-talking black libertarian, it's not an easy catch.
I think
catch
it is
not the word. That's
I think you could get Flava Flav or really to do what Eric does.
But
I think he's very easy.
He's an excellent.
I think Glenn Beck just has only maybe seen 2 black people in his life is the problem.
Eric Jai is an excellent bullshitter, though. That's like his whole thing. He's like, the problem is that he's never encountered anybody who goes, "Oh, you're bullshitting." He's like, no, I'm not. I'm like, yeah, you are. Obviously, like we know you are. What are you talking about?
It was funny. To see Alex Stein go, yeah, the Blaze called me and said that I have to, that they personally hate Eric.
Well,
and that they invested in his comic.
He didn't say that.
He
Hold
said
on.
That. Didn't he not say that?
He did not say the Blaze invested.
I thought he said
in
that.
Eric's
I didn't watch it. I just heard people talking about
it. Spreading rumors for your confirmation
Oh,
bias.
fucking thank you.
I was going to say, well, here's the other thing is that, it all comes down to a numbers game. Ethan Van Sciver streaming to 3,000 people, beating out the entire likes of Geeks and Gamers and Friday Night Tights and Yellow Flash. And Alex came on and he basically said that multiple times. He's like, listen, man, you're streaming to 3,000 people. Like, I know where the bread is buttered. You go where the audience is. And he's like, Ethan, I don't want you. Oh, a new beer for Dick.
There we go.
You can't play it and not drink it. You have to drink it at the same time as the music.
No.
It's not for opening the can. Popeye didn't open the can and then look at it dumbly while the music played. He ate the spinach while the music was playing.
Well,
take a drink while the here. Hold on.
You messed it up.
Well,
That's
no, you messed it up.
I don't want to drink the beer.
Well, then don't play the Popeye song.
You get on the scale and I'll drink the beer. If you weigh yourself on the scale, celebrate this episode.
Before the show, Dick was like, I got to bring up the Popeye theme for when I open my beer.
Yeah, I didn't know you were
going
to shit all over it if I had it.
Because I thought you were going to drink the beer. That's what Popeye does. He opens the can of spinach and he goes...
Before I even got done listening to the song, you started fucking complaining about it.
Popeye doesn't open the can of spinach and then dumbly stare off into the distance while his theme song plays. He drinks the spinach.
He actually does. He does do that. He just has little tiny eyes. You can't tell. He does stare off thinking about World War II.
I can't believe you played the triumphant Popeye
I'm going to drink this whole beer,
open a
actually.
beer and set it down on the table next to you. That was the
I didn't
bit.
want to spill number one.
Yeah.
Go get on the scale. I'll drink this beer.
I'm not getting
I'll drink
on
this
the
whole
scale.
beer if you get on the scale.
No.
I'll drink the whole beer. I've never done that.
No, you already fucked up the bit. There's no... I'll drink a whole...
I fucked up the bit!
I'll drink a whole beer. Wow, I can't believe it.
I'll drink the whole beer.
Wow, really? I can't believe it. That's worth... I'll give you $20 if you drink
seconds.
a whole beer, Dick.
If you get on the scale.
Shut up.
People want to see that more than they want to see me not drinking beer.
I think if you play the Popeye theme to look at a beer again, we're never doing that bit. You have... It's not a good bit.
You know what I heard in my mind?
What?
I heard the Spice Girls. Candlelight and sulfur. And then you started screaming at me. And I was like, what? What? What do you mean staring? What year is this?
Into the distance. Dick had a senior moment. Anyway, congratulations to Johnny Rocket, who will be working on a, I believe, unannounced comic for Ethan Van Sciver.
Helephant.
Helephant? Is he writing Helephant? Good.
I mean, I don't know if I was supposed to say.
No, they've been talking about Helephant, so I don't know if that was the one he's writing. So
isn't that amazing?
Yes. It is amazing.
He was fucking around, and he's a very sharp and funny writer. And the most important thing is it's effortless. If you try hard to write, quit.
Right.
But he's just like shits it out, and it's hilarious, and it's amazing.
Sure.
What do you mean, sure? I strongly believe that. If you have to try to do art, stop.
I'm just trying to search for a hidden dig at me and my creative process somewhere in there.
If you have to try to search for that, then stop, Vito. It's not there.
If you have to try to search for a hidden meaning in a simple set of 3 numbers that ascend in... Anyway, congratulations to Johnny, and also congratulations to Alex for decuckifying yourself. Hey! Da-da-da-da-da. At least lift it up.
Oh, fuck off! I knew you would do that!
Popeye goes like a full 90 degrees. Whatever. Popeye doesn't gingerly sip the fucking canister.
Yeah, he squeezes it and it shoots out like cum and goes in his fucking mouth and he opens like a pelican.
Okay.
Johnny Rocket, what a fucking hero. He's going to be a big comic writer someday and he's going to be like on a panel at like Comic-Con. He's like, I remember the first fucking comic.
I remember the first comic I wrote.
It was this comic called Isom. There'll be like 3 guys in the back going, yeah, go Dick.
It is going to be fun 20 years from now to see how this all shakes out. I feel like it's like when Image Comics first came on the scene, there was all this energy and all this excitement. And I see some guys and they're going, all this drama is bad for comics. I'm like, you're retarded. This is the best thing that's ever happened to comics. Because I have all these guys who go, hey, comics are gay, but I kind of want to read them now because you guys are fighting with this guy.
I'm invested in it now more than ever. God fucking damn it.
It's interesting to people. I think it was the same when Image showed up. People were like, I don't really read comics, but these guys are sticking it to Marvel. I'll read.
And then Todd McFarlane started going at HBO and being like a fucking weirdo.
Well, Todd McFarlane is a weirdo. And then he lost all his money to Tony Twist because he couldn't not call him a pedophile. Captain Shakespeare for 2. I think Jordan Peterson and his daughter fuck. That was in the movie. That was at the end of Lady Bottlers. He just kisses his daughter deeply on the mouth, and we're all very disturbed by it. Let everyone know that's at the end of the movie. Adventure Tim for 5. The only thing worse than low energy Vito is Dick cutting off the show's wiener halfway through the episode by saying the show's no good. Great work.
I said the problems were not good.
Right. Okay.
The problems are not good.
Butts Grenoir for 5. You got to keep those flash drives organized, Vito.
Yeah, don't accidentally plug your child porn into your work computer like Brian did.
Brian
like
Solari.
Super Brian did.
James Gardner for 5. Don't mess with Ricky, FBI, albacore, or child porn. You will get a helmet. Deep Striker for 2. Richard Mailer sends his regards with a picture of an eggplant and a chocolate. Ooh. Aklovich for 2. What it is Vito's weight is what it is. Panic Fun for 5. I've always wondered what a Taurus steak and an oddish salad would taste like. Pokemon might be tasty. I don't know. Coup for 2. Yaira X Ricky Retardo H Dojin when. Yeah, when are we gonna get the first Isom hentai comic?
Oh there's something I wanted to show you.
Okay.
Now it reminds me.
Good. I assume I'm going to hate it.
Well, because it has the N-word.
That's the show, folks.
No, I can't show it because it has the N-word on it.
Hey, someone gave you your Chuck Dixon thing.
Oh, yeah! Fuck.
You gotta hit save.
Fucking stop talking to me while I'm trying to do this.
All right, Popeye.
You made the mouth white, though.
No, I don't know if he did.
You idiot.
I think it is transparent. That's just how it shows up on your browser.
Okay. Don't talk to me while I'm trying to do this.
Okay.
You can talk, but just don't talk to me.
Guys,
talk about your fucking comic, like always.
Superkiller.org. Get yourself a... Will you shut up? The comic's going great. It's looking great.
Yeah, it's been going great for like a year and a half.
Well, good art takes time. Ethan took 3 years to make his fucking Rainbow Bright comic. I can get an extra 6 months.
You know what's crazy? Now I'm like really invested in
the Rainbow Bright comic. Yeah, Rainbow Bright.
And then I was reading it, I'm like, this is like really funny satire.
Yeah. We should all be. You should make.
I'm more interested in that than anything else.
You're gonna make a comic, so just start figuring out what it is. You have to at this point.
No.
You should at least be an editor on someone else's comic.
No, I don't want that.
What do you mean no?
I don't want. Why do I want to be an editor on a comic?
Because you can help make it the dialogue better. You can make the.
You gotta argue with some fucking idiot.
You don't gotta argue with them.
Listen to ideas.
I listen to your ideas. And then I implement them into the comic, and you go, well, don't fucking do that. I go, all right, well, never mind.
I went too far. Where is the... Oh, there he is.
I think the changes
See, they put a rainbow thing on it. I didn't say do a rainbow.
Well, there's no problem with that.
I forgot what we were talking about.
We were talking about our good friend.
See, look, now it's all like messed up there.
Yeah.
Because the white.
Well, they tried to cut out like him talking for some reason. Wow. It's Chuck Dixon, the writer, creator of Bane and writer of Alpha Core.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
yes.
we had Ricky in here, who's a character you've worked on.
He's a wonderful character that I loved. I loved writing Ricky Retardo.
Did you?
Yeah.
Wow.
He reminded me of Dean Cain, who's retarded. And then I found out he was just Chinese.
Hey, Chuck, come on.
Oh, come on.
You shouldn't talk that way.
Come on.
Dean Cain is
Listen
a legendary
to this. Sit down
actor.
to the soft, sultry tones of Chuck Dixon. Okay. Dick's on or off? Definitely on, right?
Chuck, well, you're a legendary.
Definitely on. Hey, Vito, why don't you hop on the scale today, huh?
Chuck.
What do you weigh?
Chuck, I feel like we're crossing bits here.
Why eyeball it, huh? Why don't you eyeball it for me, buddy?
Well, Chuck, I
look, could you look, Vito, just imagine if you opened up a comic book and it was Superman butt fucking your dad. That's what I want you to imagine, and that's where comics are at right now, okay?
Okay.
Imagine a bunch of kids getting raped.
No, I don't know if that's correct.
Well, I mean, who wants to see that? I don't.
I mean, I also don't want to see that, but I don't think that's in the comics.
And that's what DC could be putting out. You don't know.
I
don't know.
I don't think DC Comics has children getting butt fucked. I have not seen any evidence of that.
You know, no one would know because no one buys them because it's a dying industry. At the when I met Eric July, I thought to myself, now, this is the kind of black friend I've always wanted my whole life.
Okay, sure.
Okay, imagine if you opened a comic book,
and
it's just a Klan rally.
Okay.
An ad for a Klan rally. Right in the middle. You're reading Superman and there's an ad.
That would be jarring.
Arby's,
that would be shocking, I think.
3 miles off the interstate, the I-95.
Right.
There's a Klan rally going on. And here's a free admission. If you bring a dead black guy, you get in for free.
Jesus, Chuck.
I'm out. No one wants that. Vito, no one wants that.
I don't want that.
No one wants. And at the Rippaverse, we definitely we don't have that either. We don't have that. Let me hold on. We don't have that. That's what I meant to say.
I'm glad you don't have that.
Yeah.
Why would you have that?
Yeah, why would DC or Marvel have that?
Chuck,
I don't know.
It seems like you're very excited to be working with Eric July.
I love working. I cross my eyes every day and hope that I can keep this job forever. I love it. I can't believe that I didn't get more money on Alpha Core because Eric is dry humping my name every day because I'm the only reason his shitty company has any credibility.
Hold on.
Vito, imagine that you're opening up a DC comic, okay?
Okay. DC comic book.
Imagine that you're...
What character might it be? Like the Flash?
Wonder
Woman? The Flash.
Yeah,
okay.
the Flash.
And
the Flash just says, I just butt-fucked every man on Earth.
Right.
Because I'm the fastest butt-fucker. I'm the fastest man and butt-fucker.
Right.
And then he comes in his own mouth.
Yeah.
Right, Vito? Who would want that?
I wouldn't want that.
You wouldn't want that.
I gotta agree. I would not want
and
that.
you're a fucking weirdo. So no one would want that.
No one
I would
want
arrest
that.
him. I would arrest him.
So you're saying
I would call the cops.
You'd arrest the
I would
Flash.
say, excuse me, beep, boop, 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 boop. I would say 911. Hey, it's me, Chuck Dixon.
Yeah.
I mean, you may remember me from my comic books. Called One Cop Over the Cuckoo. Oh yeah, Bane.
Batman.
Bane.
Nightfall,
Bane,
the famous storyline where Batman's back was broken.
Did I?
I think you wrote
that.
Yeah, I think you did.
Wow, that was a good story. And now here I am telling more good stories about Superman uploading child pornography into the Shield helicarrier. And then crashing it into Texas. You know what?
I mean,
life is crazy. Life's crazy like that. You know, life's crazy like that.
Well, it seems like Eric's very happy with the work you've been putting in, and the future of the Rippaverse looks very bright.
Oh, very, very dark, you mean?
Oh,
no, that's a compliment
because
I'm saying it because it's a black-owned business, so we say... Eric made us listen to a whole PowerPoint on what you're supposed to say with a black-owned business.
Okay.
Yeah.
Has Eric been educating you on African-American culture then?
It's called edumacating us. That's what he's been doing.
So the vernacular's come
That was
along
funnier than I think I got a laugh on that one. Well, anyway, imagine that you're reading a comic, right? Imagine that you're reading a comic, and it's a picture of you,
right?
Talking about all the gay thoughts that you yourself are having.
Mm-hmm.
Could you? And then it's right? Wouldn't that?
That would be very strange.
No one wants that.
Chuck.
Right? Am I right or am I right?
I'm right. I'm right there with you. You know, you remind me of a certain other comic professional.
What do you mean?
Have you ever met a guy named Scott Adams?
Uh-oh. You know what?
Because we've had him on the show, and it seems like you guys have interesting takes on the black community and working for a black. Maybe he. Oh, Scott! Oh no, Scott! Come on!
Oh boy,
Scott!
Oh boy! Oh
no!
boy! So
Scott,
your little comic empire's not working out for you, huh?
I think the Rippaverse is going very well for Eric July. He's showing that a strong black man.
You know what? I don't think Mars is far enough. I think we got to go to like Jupiter or something to get away from. You know what I?
Scott, there's nothing. Come on, this is
away
too much.
From taxes. That's
taxes,
what I was
sure.
gonna say,
That's what
Vito.
Yeah. Okay. You're a proud libertarian
That's what I
like
was
Eric.
gonna say.
Look, I think there's a black-owned comic company. We should be very excited about it.
I mean, who did they steal it from, Vito?
I don't think anybody stole it.
Does anyone ask Glenn Beck? Hey, Glenn Beck, are you missing a comic book company over here? Alex Stein, where did your dignity got stolen by somebody? Alex Stein, who stole your dignity?
Look, Brian Solari is an original character. Okay, there's a lot of original characters in the.
You know who
Rippaverse.
gave him well, who even gave him that USB of the child porn? That's what I want to know.
I just keep going back to this child pornography. I just don't think it's justified.
All right, I don't even know how long we were doing that.
Doing what? You left the show. And I had to talk to Scott Adams for some reason.
Who paid how much for that whole bit? It was like 20 minutes.
Koof paid $2 for that.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, because you told them to make the Chuck Dixon head.
Yeah, but I forgot about it.
Well, I'm very glad that we got a
But
visit.
don't you think that was a funny bit with Chuck Dixon where he's like, imagine that if you opened a comic book and it was like,
what are you talking about bit? That was Chuck Dixon who visited the studio. See how well I'm selling it? Ricky Ritardo was here. We had Scott. So many stars tonight. Strategery for 10. Trucks me. You may have fooled me last week, but you're definitely not getting my money this week. Confirmation bias.
Thank you.
Make sure you get that money. Sarah Gardner for 5. Vito reminds me of a fatter, bearded John Belushi when he takes his glasses off. I have beady little eyes.
Oh, yeah. You do look like a fatter, bearded John Belushi.
Thanks. Jesus Christ.
What, he's the most famous comedian in the whole history
No,
of the world.
he's not. Belushi?
Yeah.
He's the famous, fattest comedian.
John Belushi is one of the Blues Brothers.
Yeah.
One of the greatest comedians who ever lived.
Sure.
What do you mean, no, he's not?
Well, he didn't get...
Sure.
He
What, is he not, like, pro-women enough for you? What are you talking
No.
about?
I mean, he fit his time period, right?
Oh, you're funnier than him.
I don't say I'm funnier than John
You're
Belushi.
acting like it.
No, I like Belushi. Animal House does not really hold up. Oh. Some of Animal House holds up.
Does the episode of Futurama where they're making fun of Animal House, does that hold up?
I don't watch. You know I don't like Futurama.
Okay.
Clone High holds up. No, that's a good show. Jub for 5. Hey, y'all, I recently went to the gym and lifted weights for the first time. Vito, you can do it, too. Why don't you be fair to yourself? Close.
Good try.
Right, dude, here for 2. Sup, Vito, sup. Flample for 5. That helmet was great. I'm sure Eric is foaming at the teeth at the opportunity to pack his warehouse full of them. Be better than the shitty T-shirts he put up. God, every T-shirt they had at that store looks like dog shit. Braves,
Only retards wear Eric's merch.
Yeah.
Like, as that heel versus babyface.
He wears it all the
He's
time.
a fat retard.
Dude, I don't know what's wrong with that guy's brain. I'm like, look, man, you can suck Eric's dick without wearing his T-shirt every fucking day. Jesus
You can
Christ.
just suck the tip of his cock. You don't have to lick his balls every time you do it.
Oh, as is gay. Braves Ryan for 5. I quit the Proud Boys years ago. I can send you my old Proud Boy shirt if you want to use it for an Alpha Core costume. Isn't it just that yellow popped collar thing?
I don't know. I didn't know they had a uniform.
Well, that's what I always say. The problem with any group is a group always leads to a uniform. The second you're in a club and they say, we got a cool uniform, that's the time to leave the club.
Is this part of your Type 5?
The Nazis were great. Then the uniform showed up. That's where it all went off the rails. Stop ripping on my tight 5, all right? Fuck you.
You're always talking about being a stand-up, though.
I'm not going to be a stand-up. I can't do stand-up.
What about a lay-down comedy?
I could be a lay-down
you down
comic.
out like
That'd be pretty
Hedonism
good.
Bot from Futurama.
Jordan Cardell for 20 says fat.
Okay.
Glad you spent $20 on that. Shut lips
Thank
for
you.
2.
That's
Vito.
funny.
David says he's breaking up with you. I don't know what that means. Pig Feeler for 10. I've been thinking about that email Dick got about the guy whose wife wanted an open relationship. If this is a problem for you, just learn to be gay. She'll either hate it or you'll both get poon. There you go.
Okay.
Preston S for 2. His name Vito, short for Vito. Be fair. That doesn't count. Brandon Temple for 2. Peacock, I hear you laughing. Get on the mic. Shit lips for 2. Hi,
It's not
cuck.
on.
Maddox put me on the top of the page, nerd. We're going to see if we can bring in a microphone here.
Keep reading.
Johnny Rocket for 5. No. Sorry, we have technical difficulties. Johnny Rocket for 5 says, E. Jean Carroll said this is the outfit I wore in 1984 when Trump graped me. The company said they released the outfit in 1985. Women forget when they got their clothes. What are you going to do?
You're such a fucking asshole. Like that you would defend this dumb woman because you hate Trump so much.
No,
that's a
you're right.
betrayal of men.
You're right. I'm sorry. I apologize. Trump raped her. Very sad cat for 5 says, imagine smoking a bowl of Vito's head gunk and drinking the bong water.
Okay, hold it.
The Deep Striker for 5 says, an imitation of Maddox, and I'll even do the voice, this hate group does nothing but harass people. Maddox in 2004. So anyway, I sent Bill O'Reilly a bunch of tampons at his work's P.O. box.
Oh, yeah, no shit. Okay, wait, hold on 1 second.
One second.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Count to 10, and we'll be right back.
10. Oh, am I counting 10 or they're counting to 10?
No, it's already off. Say something. Tap it. Yeah. Okay. Can you hear it? I can't hear it. I know, you will in a second. Okay, go.
Testing.
I hear him.
There you go.
Oh,
wow,
boy.
I did that drunk. That's great.
Good work.
Are we back?
We are back.
Yeah, we're back. Okay, keep reading.
Brandon, I'm here.
Brandon?
Mr. Peacock is back. There have been some life changes. I think I'll be showing up, not on camera, and it's always going to be Mr. Peacock now. Thank you,
Peacock.
Brandon. I missed you.
I
I'll see
choose
you
to
soon.
live my life as a gay man.
I choose to live my life as a bird now.
I didn't watch what's his name's Christmas thing.
Who?
Spacey, his new one.
I didn't watch that.
I gotta watch it.
I don't care.
Anyway, we love
about
Mr. Peacock. He's welcome anytime.
Oh, I love you too.
You had a little something to the show. You make my shit jokes land a little better.
You don't have shit jokes, Vito.
Oh,
You have shit opinions.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I thought you were saying like poop jokes.
No, just jokes that suck. You get a little.
Because when you say
get a
shit
little
jokes,
joke.
it implies that some of them are good. How's that for your fucking riddle?
The brilliance of that fucking bit. What if I played the Popeye song?
Yeah, it's great.
And looked at a beer? Wouldn't the audience love that?
Well, because I can't shoot it all in my mouth.
You can do
not
something.
nitrous.
You can do something with like a little bit of gusto behind
You
it.
just pop it.
Not to mention there's a podcast, so nobody can see what you're doing anyway. Half of
That's
them.
like you with Lunchables after the show in your car. Or cat food.
Hey, you leave them in the car for a couple hours, they just get better. Let's see. The Deep Striker for 5. We did that. Spider Eternal for 2. I got laid off today. You voted for this veto. FJB.
You got to read faster. There's way too many super chats.
Okay, Regan for 2. So glad there's no guests. Now there is.
Fuck you, Reagan.
Shit Lips for 2. I'm glad they got Laughing Sean to guess. Yes. Shit Lips for 2. Hey, Neo, no you. Coup for 5. Speaking of robocalls, tell Dick about that Kiwi Farms guy who called you during your Pal World stream. Yeah, some guy just like called me in the middle of my stream and he went, "Is this really?
And then they
is this
shit
really
the bed,
Vito?"
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, are you really a pedophile? And
Is
I'm
it Vito?
I'm like, no. He's like,
Guys-
"Oh."
You're supposed to act this way around women, not men.
It was pretty bad. LJ Clabarino for 2. How much money to sell out and praise Israel?
I can't believe that Null got his domain taken away for hosting child porn. I mean, that's what Epic said.
Yeah, it's not good.
I read his response, and I'm like, I don't know, man. That's not compelling.
I mean, Null famously set up a discussion board so that pedophiles could trade tips and stories.
No, wow.
That was
And he's
on
been
the
calling
8chan
you a
days.
pedophile for years.
Yeah.
Wow, that's messed up, man.
It's
Hosting child pornography. Wow. Oof. And not having some metadata or something. He's just like, look, the picture on the picture that could have been photoshopped in the thing says 2019. Like, oh, this sounds like Natalia Speaks over here, buddy. What's going on?
I think
So you say, like, how much of the child porn on your site it has little like pictures of when the date's supposed to be?
yeah.
Woo! Ooh, wow.
I think even Noel was saying we got to dial back some
the child
on
porn
this site. I don't know what he meant specifically.
I mean, what does Null consider 17 child porn? That's all I want to know.
You know what?
And how much of it is there?
All I know is
it 0 or is it not? Or is it maybe not 0? That's all I want to know. Because Epic said it's not 0. We don't know. Epic said we don't know, man. Maybe it's child porn, maybe it's not. We're not being involved.
We don't want to host it.
That's wild, man. That's crazy. You do you. We're not doing you.
We don't want to be a part of it.
U.S. government said that we're not doing you no more.
Yeah.
Child pornography. Child pornography.
I feel like this show has had more discussion of child pornography than any other show.
Because it's funny, because no one really cares about it. It's just something you hammer someone with.
I know.
Like Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Jordy's got child pornography.
Like, oh,
the
well,
alpha core of child pornography. Null's got child pornography.
But then Null takes it all seriously. He's like, well, it's a serious thing, and I'm like a fucking retard, and I'm gonna
it's a serious allegation.
I'm gonna somehow stop child pornography, even though like I'm nobody and I've done nothing. I'm gonna stop it. Like, okay, man.
I can't.
Posting child pornography.
It's not good. Don't do that.
Just fucking calm down, Null. Jesus Christ. The website doesn't matter. It's just a bulletin board.
Well, I think he's going to get a lot of donations, apparently.
Riley's killing it. Null? Riley? Killing it. Null? Getting kicked off the internet for child pornography.
I think Null should do something fun, It seems like he doesn't have any fun.
Ralph, fun. Tons of fun.
Null has fun doing his little show, though, right?
I think so.
Yeah, all right. So just do that.
Just
have
do
fun. That. Call everybody a pedophile. It makes you feel good. PSI Chris for 5. Swift Jihad.
I'm just kidding, everyone.
Sure. There you go.
Don't say sure. I am. I'm just joking. Just joking around. Jeez. It's funny.
Yeah.
No one believes Epic.
I don't know.
No one thinks that's child pornography. He's obviously a 19-year-old child pornographer. They're hosting porn of.
I just look.
That's totally fine.
I don't want to look into it because I don't want to know. All I know is I saw a screenshot from Epic and they said, "Here's what's on the site." And I went, "Well, that doesn't look good. Probably shouldn't have that on there."
It's not child porn. Why is it up there?
I don't know what it was.
Why you gotta? What's this? It's not child porn. What is it?
What is it exactly?
I mean, it's just like a.
It's just a 19-year-old kid.
Revenge porn.
Yeah, it's just revenge porn.
Yeah,
normal revenge porn of teenagers.
He's a child pornographer.
Teenage revenge porn. That's above the board, right?
He's got.
I don't know. I think it's not.
Did you say 29? No, 19.
Right.
Okay. Huh. What's the age of consent? 18.
Null thinks
I guess you got us there.
Null thinks he has an open and shut defamation case, and I think he should pursue it.
Do it. Yes, I will contribute to that. I'll contribute to that.
I want to know how it pans out. Now, and you deserve your day in court.
Don't be defamed like this.
No, take it to the
law. Don't take the law
to the legal
hand.
streets.
Make sure everyone calls them. Hey, everyone, call these customer service guys. Oh yeah, call them on their phone. That'll really razz
Tell them
them.
teenage revenge porn is really cool.
Tell them Two-Face sent you.
I'd like to point out that it serves a valuable.
Hey, I just called
function.
Vito. I called Vito on a stream. I just want to say.
Well, the worst part about the stream was Christian.
That's awesome.
He's
man.
like,
Good
why
job.
do you say this stuff? And I'm like, because it's funny. And he said, well, it is funny, but you're not supposed to say it. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Blow your brains out.
I hate that. I hate it was, what do you call it? It was, what's his name's problem? Bo Black's.
Yeah.
Pretending jokes
I like
aren't
that
funny.
guy.
He's a good guy. Coup for 2. The next voted up should be a Taylor Swift song. Yes. With Zayn for 10.
Gonna vote it up.
Yeah. There's a million of them. With Zayn for 10. Love the show. Good start to the weekend. Have a great weekend, guys.
Yeah.
Sarah Gardier for 2. Kanye did nothing wrong.
Don't post any child pornography on Kiwi Farms, which I heard from Epic that's happening.
Just trying to get off that top.
Why? Who cares? None of this shit matters, man. None of this matters.
I know none of this matters.
It doesn't matter. All these fucking goofballs calling you don't matter.
I know. I'm just saying we're going to do it for a million years. Like, it's going to go on forever. At a certain point, we have to end the show.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry. It's
not a matter of I don't want to talk about it.
Right,
it's a matter of
2:30. Sorry. Go.
All right. Shit Lips for 5. Jihad on Taylor Swift. Johnny Rockets for 5. Super Killer versus Yaqub. That is the black creator of the white people. That one is free.
You got to kill Yaqub.
I'm going to kill Yaqub.
He's got a big head.
Well,
shoot him with that gun.
Maybe that'll do. Maybe take 2 shots. C. Villa for 5. Vito is so fat that the left lens of his glass constantly gets steamy. I cannot unsee it. It's all I look at when I watch the show. Now, I shouldn't have even read it because now everyone's going to look at it.
Everyone's already looking at it, man. You get your fucking glasses get all steamed as fuck.
Fat. It's because that fucking air conditioner blows on it the whole show.
The air conditioner's on because you're fat. So
it's not on because I'm fat. It's because it's an air conditioner.
It's on because I'm fat.
Yeah, exactly. Shit Lips for 2. I like musicals. I like show tunes. Cool clip, Vito. I do like musicals and show tunes. I was in a musical in high school.
10 gay homos.
Yeah, I was in the famous Broadway. I was in a local town production of 10 gay homos.
Oh, yeah, Cole Porter wrote
It's
that
like
one.
10 angry men, but
yeah, right.
They're going through the evidence and they go, hey, do you guys want to fuck? And then it's just
what
2 hours.
musical were you
it's just
in?
2 hours of that. It's a shitty one. It's called Urinetown. You ever heard of that one?
You're in town?
Yeah.
Like you're in town for the weekend?
No, that's the joke, is that it sounds like that, but it's spelled like pee-pee.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. It's about a town where you have to pay to use the bathroom.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. So it's like a...
How much do you have to pay?
It's like a class parable of poor people fighting against the rich.
This ruins it.
Well, I mean,
how much do you have to pay to use the bathroom?
I don't remember. Like a nickel a wee, you know? Something like that, like a 1950s...
Oh, that's not funny.
Fat cat. Yeah, it wasn't that funny.
It should be like 10 grand.
I wanted to play the cop because I was a fat kid. They made me play the ruthless industrialist.
Did you have suspenders and stuff?
Yeah, there's the whole thing.
What was your lines?
I don't know. It was like a lot of
nah,
shit.
You
like,
remember. What was your lines?
I don't remember my lines.
Yeah, you do.
I remember one.
I said, hey, I'm looking for a place to piss over here.
I don't even remember the name of the character. Was it Mr. Cladwell, I think?
You think?
I think.
What did he say?
I
said, Mr. Cladwell.
It was.
Surely you could spare a nickel.
I remember
so
being
I
like,
pee.
this show sucks, but
yeah,
whatever, we did good. It was fun. I wish I had a tape of it.
Why? You can't even remember a line.
Well, that's the thing. I fucked up one of my songs one night, and that was the night they recorded, and I went, fuck. I saved it.
How bad you fuck it up?
It was one of those things where
I love money, and you keep, I love child pornography. Oh, no. Oh, shit.
And then I peed all over myself too early. You're supposed to do that at the end of the show. No, it's just a shitty fucking musical. And then I didn't even get laid. I was trying to bang the other fat chick in the drama department.
Chick?
Or sorry, the other fat person.
Oh.
Yeah, the one fat chick.
Who was she trying to bang?
I don't know, just some spry young buck.
Black.
The fat girls in the drama department, they do well for themselves.
Why?
I don't know, because the nerdy guys will just.
But they're gay.
Yeah, but there's a lot of gay guys, but the one straight guy will just scoop up all the pussy.
All the fat pussy?
Fat pussy, skinny pussy, they're getting all the pussy. They get it all.
Gross.
They don't leave anything for the other guys.
Are you the other guys?
I was the other guys in the situation.
You gotta change that perception.
I did all right for myself. I got a girlfriend that same year.
It's even worse.
And I
Even from bad to worse.
Put on an episode of Pete and Pete to drown out so my mom wouldn't hear.
While you were you fucked a woman.
I lost my
to
virginity
Pete and Pete?
to an episode of Pete and Pete.
Which one? With Artie?
I wish I remembered which episode.
Nah, it was with Artie.
All of them have
Just
Artie.
say that. No, they don't all have Artie.
Artie was in most of the first and second season until he left
I don't
the
think
show.
so.
Artie was like a recurring character. He was in the opening crawl.
He wasn't in every episode.
Artie was in every episode of like the first and second season. I'm a Pete and Pete diehard.
Yeah, clearly. You're fucking.
And I saw on Twitter that Chrissy Mayer, Frank Pellegrino?
Yeah.
He made Chrissy Mayer watch Pete and Pete, and she said it sucked.
Did he knock her up to Pete and Pete?
I don't know. He should have. But I was like, Frank, I'm there with you. These bitches don't get it. That's a great show. I love Pete and Pete.
It probably sucks, though.
No.
Well, then why didn't it get rebooted? It's like, it's for
they're
kids.
all old and fat and bald now. It's like creepy. JJ for 2 says Taylor Swift wouldn't date Russell Greer.
True.
Dumb username for 5. I checked out Has-Been Hotel. All the characters are gay and suffering in hell. Why would conservatives hate this show? That's a very good point.
Great question.
And it's just a bunch of gay kids burning forever in a pit of hell.
Because they don't get any money out of it.
And they gotta
That's
dance
why.
and sing. I kind of want to watch it, but I am really turned off by the art style. It's too much of that art school.
The women are skinny. I noticed that.
Yeah, but it's that like art kid thing where it's like, you ever read Johnny the Homicidal Maniac and watch every Tim Burton movie? And it's like, yeah, I know. You ever
I don't care.
You ever watch every episode of Invader Zim on loop? Oh, yeah. I'll just go watch that instead of this. LJ Clabarino for 5 says, will Superkiller have any LGBTQ plus representation? Answer carefully. I have asked myself that question as well. So
What
I
if
don't have
yourself answer the question of.
Well, there's a big spoiler if I give an answer, so I can't.
So yes, Superkiller's gay.
No, that's
Well,
not what
spoiler.
I said. It's not the spoiler.
Obviously, I've confirmed it.
Superkiller. I did
Obviously,
not say.
Superkiller's gay.
Stop.
That's the fucking spoiler.
He's not gay.
Because you're not a good liar.
He's not gay.
Superkiller is gay.
This is not correct. You're incorrect.
Is that what it's a metaphor for? He's trying to kill his own gayness, and then like Quantum Leap, when he comes to terms with gayness, he gets to leap back home.
No, but sex is handled.
That's the book.
Sex
That's
is
the
handled.
comment.
Say there's certain limitations.
He can't fuck anyone.
We'll see.
He can only fuck guys.
He
to
can
recharge
only
his
fuck
gun.
guys to recharge his gun. That's what it is. You nailed it.
But he can't come.
Wait, does he fuck him to death?
He has to fuck. Yeah,
Yeah.
after he kills a guy,
Awesome.
he has to fuck his butt until his gun recharges. That's the show.
This comic sucks.
Well, you already paid for it, and you're not getting a refund. The Goose for 10. This is the best episode. Shitlips for 5. Vito, it's going to trial. Thanks for the legal advice. I hope you're pulling for me. Good. Me for.
I like this guy, Shitlips.
Hey, he's a good guy. I mean, he keeps giving us money. I must love him. Me 4120 for 10. Taylor Swift could have negotiated for the release of Coach Red Pill from Ukrainian prison. That would have been real charity. It happens to be. You almost got me. It happens to be quite callous of her to leave him hanging like that.
Yeah.
Almost got me. Melissa Baker for 5. Vito, watch The Beekeeper to see Jason Statham absolutely destroy fraudulent call centers, live vicariously.
We have so many like joke women super chatters.
I think they're
People
actual
making
women.
Women names and doing joke super chats.
Women watch this show for some strange reason. Something's
With
wrong
their
with
whole
them.
real name and no picture.
Yeah, but no
Hey.
woman ever went to see The Beekeeper with Jason Statham.
That's a good
Yeah,
point.
really.
It's a good point. What women went to see The Beekeeper?
A beginning and an end to the story.
Maybe
Never
her
happened one
boyfriend
time.
made her go. Are we getting catfished like Nick Ricada? Ooh! I think we're okay. Pig Feeler for 5. Do the bet from the ending scene from 4 Rooms, but instead of lighting the lighter 10 times, Vito has to have 10 perfect snaps or he loses his thumb.
No, because once you do one, you can do it over and over and over. But you have a bad snap finger. I do. Do the other one. See,
I'm kinda losing
thud,
it.
thud. You got a thud.
Yeah, you got a good point.
You got a thud.
4 Rooms. Dean Shock for 20. Another banger, boys. Chuck's letter at the end of Alpha Core belies his own confirmation bias. Optimistic stories, fun breaks from reality, and all with a reliable creator at the helm. For fuck's sake, his view hinges on a check sent on time. Yeah, Chuck's letter at the end of Alpha Core says, well, at least I got paid. At least Elk pays me on time. Shitlips for 2. Snapchats of not tits. 40 for 5. Vito, if you got on a treadmill, you'd be in the front of the queue. Ride Dog for 5. Best episode since last week. Johnny Rockets for 5. Money doesn't make my dick wet, he said to his enemy. Dick, who is now much richer than him. Much, much richer.
Good.
than
I hope
him.
your dick's wet.
Pigeon for 5 says, dig 'em at night.
Uh-huh.
I thought that might be some sort
We got a
of.
whole bunch of fucking more super chats.
Oh, shut up. We're almost done.
Oh, there's a $50 one.
Well, I'm going to read it. I read them in order. And then it actually happens to be the next one. Damien 3210 for 50 pounds.
You had to think about that?
Well, I
'Cause
don't-
You're going to say euros?
Yeah, because I get euros and pounds mixed up.
How? It's an E.
Well, now
That's an L that's been around your whole life. The euro is new.
Okay, 50 pounds. Because it says GBP. So
Great Britain pound.
Okay.
Yeah.
In my head, it sounds like GDP, like gross domestic product, and then I get all mixed
Euro?
up.
Because you're so liberal. Like you see here GDP and you're like, oh, the euro. Yeah, we have to all be on the euro.
There you go. That's probably
We
is
should
what's
have
fucking
100
me up.
states.
The Great British
With
Pound.
as many Somalians as we
50
can
of
fit.
them from Damien. Says, I'm sorry for calling you fat last week, Vito. I felt bad after. Wow. Thanks, Damien.
Fuck you, Damien.
Hey, fuck you. You gave me $50. And you get half of it for some reason.
$70.
It was directed at me. It probably is $70, actually. Well, thank you, Damien, and enjoy your life.
Enjoy your life of being gay.
Free of having to rule over the Indians and their call centers. Just let them do what they want. Not your problem anymore. Utah-based Armenian for 5. Hey, Vito, what's the next number in this sequence? 278.5, 294, 302.7, 299.2. Next number in that sequence is Kill Yourself. GJ for 20 Australian dollars.
Scale.
On the John for 5 Canadian.
Scale.
We're gonna figure out a way to do the scale. It's not every episode
because
there's no drama.
Because you have to control your addiction.
You have to send me gifts, and the gifts have to be good.
I'm hoarding them all. People are gonna send me toys that you can only dream of, and I'm gonna be like fucking Santa Claus and only give you a toy if you're being good.
Are they better than a metal Pac-Man?
Oh yeah, this will look like dog shit. And if you
don't shit talk metal Pac-Man, that's the best thing I ever gave you.
If you fuck with it, I might make you weigh yourself 5 or 6 times for the toy if it's an especially good toy, or else I'll destroy it. I can't believe I didn't. It's because you invited me to lunch with that guy that I thought of this.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we did go to lunch. We got prime rib. That was good. And that guy said, "Hey, what if I sent something to the show?" And Vito doesn't
said, "Send it
to
you," because I don't care about that shit. And then I said, "Wait a minute, send it to me."
Send it to me.
So he gets on the scale, and I'll give it to him, and he goes, "That's awesome." I said, "It is awesome."
You guys are idiots.
And now people are, instead of giving us $400, they're gonna buy like fucking Final Fantasy.
Send a box of Magic cards.
Fucking Cracker Jacks or whatever.
Send a box of. Send me a Sarah's Sanctum because I don't want to pay $200 for it.
Maybe you have to weigh yourself like 10 times to get that. Maybe we'll have you a little chart for you.
No.
Like a Weight Watchers. And if you don't get under 290, I'll burn it. I'll have a whole fucking grab bag like the dentist. Where you could pick a prize.
The toy chest.
You could pick one prize.
The toy chest. They could do yeah.
If you don't get under 290, I will light this fucking magic shit on fire.
I don't know about this bit. This is the dark bit. I don't want to burn things people send to the show.
Well, then lose weight.
I am losing weight.
It's easy.
You're right. I should keep losing weight, and then there's no problem. Keep.
Ooh, you're talking about like the evergreen fucking tanker in the Suez Canal.
On the John for 5. Hey, Ricky Ritardo, what's your opinion on eating butthole? And what about those who refuse to admit they like it?
God damn it. That's another guy who's going to get a job after from this show.
I know. We're making everybody rich. Jorby Jimson for 5. Have you guys considered streaming with EVS on one of his Trash Cast comic reviews? Yes.
No, I don't belong on those shows.
Well, it would have to be a special event. Shit Lips for 2. Sorry, guys, I'm autistic. Also old theme. Well, that's a vote for the old theme. Pig Feeler for 2. Vito, stop being autistic about the beer stinger. Come on, he's got to drink the beer. Wow. Popeye makes the music happen. Coop for 5. You can't blame Dick for staring blankly at his beer. He's never been quite the same since that fateful day at Netflix HQ. I want to bring up the Los Angeles Times fired half their news department, and I think they fired the lady who refused to interview me unless I gave her my pronouns. So that's funny.
She's sucking dick under the overpass now.
Yeah, good. Bomba Gumpter for 10 says TBF, Vito adjusts his shirt every time the scale is mentioned. I don't know.
Oh, really?
What you're
Does he?
About.
Everyone watch him now. Every time we talk about the scale, he's going to pull at his shirt.
Synapse for 5, Australian. Is AUD Australian? It's not ASD. Man, this dude in the background's having a fucking blast, and it's cracking me up.
Everyone loves it.
Mr. Peacock. 2 Cox Calzini for 5. Hey, guys, isn't it funny that Vito hates Funko Pops for looking alike and then releases a series of plushies that all look alike? Blow. My plushies do not look alike.
They do, though. No, that's true.
No, they have different.
Your super killer plushies just look like Funko Pops, but are stuffed animals.
No, they have like a similar theme, so they go together.
No. Wait a minute. Superkiller.scam. What's the
.org?
Oh, org. Okay.
.scam.
Same thing. Where's the plushies?
Click on the
toys?
Indiegogo link at the top.
This looks like This does not look like a site that will rip you off for like a year and a half.
Yeah, I know. Okay, the website needs to be fixed. Okay.
No, it does. It does not look like what happened.
It looks good.
It looks It doesn't look like it would rip you off for.
This is not a rip off. Okay, everything's going fine. Play your fucking Popeye song again. Why don't you?
Hold on.
I'm gonna hold up my
concentrating.
beer and lightly open it on camera. That'll be thrilling for the audience.
It is.
They're gonna enjoy watching me open the top
They
of a
wish
beer.
they were drinking.
Yeah.
Okay, where's your Funko Pops that
Keep
you
going. They're not Funko
Whose
Pops.
fingers are these?
Is a screenshot of somebody
It's like
else.
an old penis.
It's a stock photo. What do you want?
A stock? Wait a minute. This is you took a stock photo of a man's thumb?
Yes.
That's
wait,
weird.
Go back down. Vito, did you put your head on someone else's body there?
Yes, that's another stock photo.
Yeah, that I could see. Yeah. this. So
Yeah.
this is.
Those are cool.
Shit. All right, there.
They look a little different now. His face is less.
They look like Funko Pops.
They
though.
don't look like
They
Funko
look like
Pops.
stuffed Funko Pops.
No, they don't.
How? What do you mean? How do they not?
Because Funko Pops have those dead fucking eyes. They look stupid. There's like no, there's nothing to them.
Look at this. Big head.
This one,
little body.
they actually have an expression. Okay, there's like details that match the comic.
Like, because it's like an eyebrow. Like,
Well, yeah, I don't even think the pop figures. I don't know if they do have eyebrows. I don't think. Well, no, maybe they do.
all right, they look cool. You could fleshlight these though, right?
Sure, do whatever feels right. I don't care anymore. None of this matters. Hey Vito, your comic's gay and the dolls are gay, and you're gay, and I hope you die.
Should've been out in December.
And you're fat and you're lazy, and I hate you. Great show,
lazy.
though. I like the show, but I want you to die.
Why don't you get on the scale?
Why don't you get on the scale, you fat piece of shit?
How much?
Thanks for the show.
How much to get on the scale?
That was a great episode, except for when Vito was fat and gay and a retard.
How much to get on the scale?
Fuck the scale. I'll do the scale some other fuck. We got to end this fucking
It's always
episode.
next week. It's always next week.
It's always next
How
week.
much? How much?
$10,000. Fried onions and garlic.
I think we could get it for less.
I want a guy's cradle. $700.
$700. Nah, that's too much.
Too much.
Okay,
That's ridiculous.
somebody send me a Gaia's cradle.
Send him a Gaia's
And if Vito
cradle.
gets on the scale 12 times, I'll give it to him.
12 times to
Or
get a
I'll burn
guy's
it.
cradle?
If you don't do it every week, I'll burn it.
Don't
I'll
burn a
fucking
Gaia's
burn it.
cradle.
I will torch it on.
Send
I'll
it
burn
back to the guy.
I'll burn it on camera.
No one send Dick a guy's cradle to burn. That is ridiculous.
I'll burn it.
Don't burn
I will
it.
fucking burn
That's
it unless
stupid.
you get on the scale.
Just get on the scale,
I'll
Vito.
fucking burn
You
it.
won't burn it if you do
Send
that.
me a Gaia's cradle, and I will fucking burn it in front
Now
of
the
him.
whole magic community is going to hate me because they go, hey, did you hear about that fat guy who wouldn't get on the scale and he then burned a fucking rare magic
It took
card?
us a couple weeks to figure out what to do, but
There's
we
a
figured
bit.
it out.
There's a bit somewhere in there. Fried onions and garlic for $7.
Not a bit. I'm gonna
something.
burn it. I will fucking
Do whatever
burn it.
feels right,
I don't
Mr.
care.
Masterson. Says, where's my trucker cap? I'll put it in the store.
You missed one.
Trucker cap. Did I miss one? No, these are the Funko Pops. We got it. Coo for 2. Thank you, Mr. Peacock, for not killing yourself.
Thank you, Goof.
Brandon Temple for 20 says, welcome back, Mr. Peacock.
Thanks, Brandon. I love you too.
Sam for 5. Hey, Dick, I got an HVAC because of you and Sean talking about getting into trades. Thanks, man.
Good.
Roxanne Kaiser for 5. Power World might be shovelware, but you got to hand it to them for giving Schmelden Ring and Schmelder's Gate some competition.
It's another fake woman's name. Roxanne.
Well, what are you going to do? JJ for 2. Crimps will get a job. Aklovich for 5. Mathematic transitive property. Vito is gay. Vito made Super Killer. Super Killer
Guy's
is gay.
cradle. I'm gonna get a guy's cradle probably tomorrow.
Make it a Black Lotus. Then I'll get on the scale.
Oh,
until
you
the
will
end of time.
never get a black.
I'm not getting a
I'll
Black
never
Lotus.
give that to you.
Aklovich for 2. Vito is weighed in gross domestic pounds. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Michael Winning for 5. I will send you guys the finest of gifts. And 2 Socks Calzini for 2 says Vito has a pleasure of himself. Guys, thanks for coming by the show. I want to thank Mr. Peacock for providing some lively background noise.
Oh, thanks for the great show, guys.
Absolutely. Don't
I can't believe Noel's hosting child porn.
Well, what are you
Oh
gonna
my
do?
god! Oh,
He's a lonely boy in
I don't know what's
Kazakhstan.
what's child porn. 16, 8,
I have no
17,
opinion on any of
5. What does Noel think child porn? Oh, I can't believe it.
Maybe just don't post naked pictures
Oh
of
my
teenagers
god!
and you don't gotta
I can't
worry
wait to
about
hear him
it.
take it so serious. Oh, well, here's Dick and Vito. Oh, Sonny. All right, Sonnies. Here's
People are already saying they're going to cite
us.
us in the lawsuit. They're going to cite us as
For what?
that Epic has ruined his reputation because then people like us can say
I think Null's a pedophile because Epic said that Null's hosting child porn, and so I was gonna do a big $1 million deal with Null. I was gonna hire him to host my nuts, to host these.
That was
nuts.
torturous interference.
He's
what they did.
tortiously interfering with my cock.
Guys, don't forget you can listen to all the bonus episodes at patreon.com/biggest
Fuck, I
problem.
wasn't recording.
And also, You can vote on the
someone's going
problems
to send me a Gauze cradle, and I will burn it in front of you.
Don't burn it.
I will burn it.
Please don't. Don't forget to vote on all the problems at biggestproblem.show. I want to thank
it all up,
our
too.
top support. Don't fuck with that card. That is a
I'm going to take it out of the sleeve.
History.
If you don't get up right away, I'll take it out of the
Piece
sleeve.
History.
He'll
that
shuffle
card.
it. He'll shuffle it.
I'll
slow.
shuffle that shit. I'll scratch it all up.
Something's wrong with you people. What a great show,
care.
guys. Superkiller is
None of
available
this
at
matters.
superkiller.org. Check out the Dick Show at dick.show. Get all your biggest problem merchandise at killdozer.industries, and I will make sure.
Unless you're an XL.
Unless you're an XL. I
then
will put
you
up,
can't get anything.
I'm going to put up regular black T-shirts or something.
No.
I could change
Just
which.
wait.
Well,
Just call them and say, why don't you guys get your act together?
They're a big
Get XLs.
They're a big company. I'm sure they're waiting on a shipment or something. We will find a way to get black Trucks Me shirts in the store.
All right. Goodbye, everyone.
Oh, I quit the show. It's over. There we go.
I'm going to play this while I'm burning your guy's cradle.
Good. I hope you do. I don't even care anymore.
I'm going to play like Candlelight and Soul Forever.
All right.
Dream of you and me
you.
together. I'm going to hold it till it burns